Alright, hi everyone! I'm just kind of letting this awesome music play for a little bit. Welcome to the stream. Before we get too far into things, I want to ask you guys how you feel my audio is compared to the music. So if you guys can just give me any feedback on that while we wait for a few more people to jump in. Bum, bum, bum. I'm pretty loud. Music is really quiet. I mean, I don't want the music to overpower me at all. I just want it to be just there. Can barely hear it? Okay. Yeah, I will up this by a bit. Whenever I have to change any of my settings, I have to get out of the game so the music stops. So, how does this sound? Bum, 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 bum. Bum. Much better. Sounds good. Or are you saying, because of Harry Potter? Good. Good voice-wise. Much better. Alright! Well then, let's get started. I'm going to have to get out of here just one last time so I can get rid of this splash page. Boom! And here we go! We're into Baldur's Gate. So, let's start with this. He who fights monsters should look that he himself does not become a monster, for when you look into the abyss looks back at you. Glad I have that memorized, because I would never have been able to read that fast enough.
No, you can't. I will be the last. And you will go first. Please!
By the way, this game has gore in it. Alright! 1998 gore for the win. Yeah, so this game was made in 1998 by BioWare, and Wizards of the Coast also made this game because this is actually a D&D game. Licensed by the people who make D&D. You know he's badass because he held the dude up and choked him at the same time. That is right, with one hand! That cutscene is actually remade from what it used to be, because that cutscene used to be a CGI animated cutscene. And, it hasn't aged that well. I think the main reason they redid it is because they couldn't upscale it to work on modern computers, is what I've heard. Which is too bad, because even though it's old, I love that old cutscene. It was actually animated and really menacing. So anyway, let's get started. First things first is we have to make our D&D character. I will say right off the bat that I want to be a girl. So we're gonna get that done. I'm also not too keen on picking a portrait until after we've decided what class we're gonna be. After this stream, I may even go looking on the internet to see if I can find a better portrait and be a elf and throw in a custom portrait, because I can grab one from online or whatever and get myself a different portrait. But for now, I'll be a elf. We probably won't stick with this portrait. So don't get too attached to this portrait. First things first. You aren't a good RPG if you don't have lizard or cat people. Okay, listen. Listen. This is Dungeons and Dragons AD&D, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2. So this is the second edition of Dungeons and Dragons, and that will become apparent probably before we even leave this customization page. There's a lot of things that are different from D&D nowadays from when this system was in place. So there's a lot more restrictions and crazy wonky numbers. I will try to explain them as we go. But first off, I'm going to start off as a human, because humans can have the ability to be any class. So, we have our choices of fighter, ranger, paladin, cleric, druid, mage, thief, bard, sorcerer, monk, and shaman. AD&D 2 is so old that these three last ones were actually added in later versions of this game. So I'm actually not really interested in playing sorcerer, monk, or shaman, because they're not really, like, the game wasn't made with these classes in mind. Don't worry, I don't know if I'll be sticking with boring old human. It kind of depends on what we want to do. And this is where I kind of have to explain some stuff. So normally in D&D, for those of you who aren't aware, you can usually pick a class and then you can also go into other classes. And like you can just kind of customize your own character. In AD&D 2, you couldn't really do that to the same extent. You had one class and you stuck with it. But for humans, you could go into a class, say fighter, and you could level up as fighter, let's say to like level 10, and then you would dual class your fighter if you wanted to do something else. So let's say you switch from a fighter to a mage. You would stop, like you would lose essentially everything you had in your fighter class and become a mage up until the point that you surpassed your fighter level. So when you became like a level 11 mage, then you would get your fighting skills back. It's complicated, but it's actually a really good system. Or at least fun. And that's one of the things I'm thinking about doing. If you play any other race, however, it's a little less complicated. Instead, let's say if we go with an elf, and we go into class, what we can instead do is multi-class. So instead of just picking one class, I can pick several classes at the same time. Like I could be a fighter mage, and I would gain experience points in as a fighter and as a mage at the same time. And that would mean that the experience that I got for those classes was cut in half. So I would be roughly half as leveled up as everybody else, but I'd be earning points for both of those classes at the same time, and I would never have to sacrifice one for the other. Now, with all that explained, you can see that there's some limitations now that I'm showing what the elf can do. The elf can be a fighter, a ranger, a cleric, a mage, a thief, a sorcerer, a fighter mage, a fighter thief, a fighter thief mage, and a mage thief. Pretty cool classes. If I go back again, you could select half elf. I think half elf has like some of the most diversity in terms of like multi-classing. Yeah, AD&D, older D&D's restricted classes to certain races, which is kind of... Yeah, an elf can't be a druid? What? It's so crazy. Okay, but half-elves can be fighters, rangers, clerics, druid, mage, thief, bard, sorcerer, shaman. And then, woof, we get all these multi-classes. Fighter mage, fighter cleric, fighter thief mage, mage thief, cleric mage, fighter druid, fighter mage cleric, and cleric ranger, which I think is really interesting because I don't know if ranger really doubles with anything else. Man, the game used to suck. And now, if we go with dwarf, we are extremely limited. We can either play a fighter, a cleric, a thief, a fighter cleric, or a fighter thief. But hey, fighter cleric and all three of these are pretty good. Fighter mage cleric sounds simple, but that does mean I'm essentially cutting my EXP. Like, I'm only going to be a third of the level the rest of my party members are. So I'm not too keen on doing something with 3 multi-classes, because I'm just going to level up so slow. Let's see. If I play as a halfling... you get so few class choices. Halfling gets fighter, cleric, thief, and fighter thief. So there's those for consideration. We have gnomes. And gnomes actually have a pretty good list of classes. Oh, excuse me, of classes they could be. They can be a fighter, a cleric, an illusionist, which is a mage, but gnomes can only be a certain class of mage, which is illusionists. They're called hobbits, you know, don't be insensitive. Thief, fighter, mage, fighter, illusionist, fighter, cleric, fighter, thief, illusionist, thief, cleric, illusionist, and cleric, thief. Oh, cleric, thief. You don't get that type combo in any other classes, so that's fun. I would not be against being a cleric thief, because I enjoy playing clerics quite a bit, and thieving skills are always useful. And then of course you have the half-orcs. Half-orcs can be fighter, clerics, thieves, shamans, fighter cleric, fighter thief, and cleric thief. Oh, they can be cleric thieves too! Ooh. Alright, so this is where you guys come in. I want you guys to throw down some suggestions, and I'm not saying that, like, we're just gonna go with whatever you guys pick, but I do want you guys to help me make this character. And if I think that it is doable for this game, because this game is old and hard, and will kick my ass if I don't if I don't go about this sensibly, then we'll see. But of everything that I've shown off so far, is there anything that sounds cool to you guys? I really like I don't want to play a single class. If I do a single class, it'll be because I'm a human character, and then I'll want to eventually become a different class. Like, start as a fighter, and then dual class into being a mage. And that is actually one of the, like, most OP characters you can play as in this game. Is because you've got the tankiness of a fighter, like, in all those hit points, but then you've got the awesome spells of being a mage. But you don't really start seeing the rewards for that until pretty late. Cleric Thief sounds pretty dope. Yeah, I really like Cleric Thief combo. Druids are unfortunately not very good in this edition. I've tried playing Druids so many times, but their spells just aren't as good as Clerics until they get super high level, and their other Druid abilities like really, really hold them back, unfortunately. Okay, I'm hearing quite a few Cleric Thieves. Alright, so let's do this over then. Yeah, there's some unfortunate things about AD&D. Like, there's a lot of rules you have to stick with. Let's see, is it good? Like, I think I want to go with the half-orc Cleric Thief. That way I can be like a powerhouse. You know what, we'll go with this. I might look for another portrait later. Half-orc. Class, Cleric Thief. Done. Alright, alignment. This one I'm actually choosing for myself. I'm gonna choose Chaotic Good. Although Chaotic Neutral... no, Chaotic Good. Chaotic Good. We're gonna be a good character. We're gonna be a good character. Alright. And now it's time to roll my stats. And unfortunately, because this is also a computer game, I can reroll... well, also fortunately, I can reroll my stats as many times as I want. And because... does alignment actually change much? Sort of, but not in a very... Like not in a very noticeable way. Like, it's kind of minor. Although, I think the original game used to punish you pretty harshly if you went against your alignment. Anyway. I typically... ooh, that's pretty good. I typically don't stop re-rolling until I get something at least above an 84. Because this is a computer and you don't have an actual DM you can talk to and negotiate with, it's kind of important to be a little bit overpowered. Ooh, an 86. Luckily, I can store rolls. I can only store one roll. And then I can keep rolling. I've gotten as high as like a 94 once, which was crazy. Alright, we're gonna go with an 86. Now, as a half-orc, I'm probably not gonna be super charismatic, so we'll take my charisma down to 10 to start off with. As a cleric, I'm gonna need to be wise. Because this affects how many spells I can use. And I'm gonna bring my intelligence down to 12. Usually, half-orcs aren't that intelligent, but I'm gonna be a bit smarter, and there's a reason for why. Damn, Constitution 19. That is high, that is too high. 16 is probably about what we want. Dexterity 16. That's pretty good. We need to get this wisdom up. Let's get that up to a 17. Strength 14. I'm not going to be crazy strong. But I think these are pretty good numbers. I think I might actually... you know what, I'm going to lower my charisma by one more and give my intelligence one more. This is actually pretty bad for a D&D any odd numbers because they tend to not actually give you any bonuses on the odd numbers, but don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Skills. Charisma dump stat. Yep. How long do I think I'll be playing today? For a few hours. This game is going to require me to do a lot of reading. So, we'll see how long I can last. I have a large cup of water to help me get through this. But I'm excited to show off this game because this is one of my childhood games. I've played it so much. It's one of my absolute favorites. I definitely think I want to be proficient in Warhammers. I really like Warhammers in this game. And 2-weapon style, which rocks! 2-weapon style is so good, and I will go into that later. But oh boy, it's just so good. Okay. Skills. Pickpocket, open locks, and find traps are what I am most concerned about. I'm actually not great at playing thieves. Thieves can be like super duper broken in this first game, but I don't know how to play them that way. But they have like this backstab ability that's super good, and I'm not good at using it. So I mostly use them for like their utility stuff. Open locks is important. We'll do that. But we're going to be really bad at finding traps for now, and we're going to put the rest of our points into pickpocketing. Or do we want to... pickpocket or open locks? We are a good character. So maybe stealing directly... Well, you know what? Okay. Compromise. We'll do 35 at pickpocket and 45 for open locks. That seems good. Done. Alright, now our spells. Oh, right away, I want... All of these spells, I should clarify, all of these spells are in my spell book, but I only have a certain number of them memorized per day that I can use. Which I think is how D&D works nowadays, but just in case somebody isn't familiar with D&D, I want to keep you guys up to date with things. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I think I want Armor of Faith, Remove Fear, and Cure Light Wounds. Cure Light Wounds is pretty important early on. Appearance. I am green. I am green. Look at this wonderful character model. So this whole game is pretty much Dungeons and Dragons? That is exactly right. Alright, ignore the portrait, because the portrait is not what I'm gonna look like. I am green with gray hair, although maybe not green. What if, or maybe I'm Wicked Witch of the West green. Ooh, or bluish. That's more of a drow skin color. They have so many weird skin colors you can pick. Can look like you went suntanning for way too long. So actually, what if I do this with red hair? Oof, bad sunburn. And then There is no way to make this look good. Absolutely none. But don't worry, we'll be covering ourselves up with armor here as soon as possible. We look fabulous. Alright, now time to pick our voice.
To battle! This is where I should be. I grow weird. I should not just stand about.
All will die. None other than me should be in this place. I should just sleep on my feet if I do not. I find this inactivity extremely frustrating. Your life shall be mine. I deserve to be leader. We should rest now. This is so utterly boring.
These voices exist. They sure do.
Come swiftly for you.
This one cracks me up.
There are none more capable for this position.
Because no matter what you want to play, your character is canonically 20 years old at the start of this game. But for some reason, one of the female voices is this old lady.
I grow tired. We will rest soon. Must we stand about? I have much to do.
Go, go, go!
Everybody listen to me now.
That was a full day's work.
I actually kind of like this voice.
Let's do something. Healer needed right here. What do you need? Tell me.
It's very like stoic and to the point.
Now you're going to be sorry! I've always been leadership material. Sleepy time can't come soon enough.
Who's in for it now? It's about time you recognise my superior qualities. A little nap about now wouldn't hurt none. Is there nothing else we should be doing? Oi! That's smarted. Haven't you got nothing better to do?
I think we're gonna go with 4. Unless y'all speak up real soon, because I'm just about done. But I think I'm gonna go with 4. 4 and 6. I like 4 and 6 too. These are amazing. You know, I could actually wait. Yes, good. I should show you guys the male voices as well, because I could pick a male voice if I wanted to.
Death to you all! As it should be. I must rest my eyes a while. Oh, such a waste of time this is. I am surely close to death. Your life ends here. I alone belong here. I am so very weary. I grow tired of wasting time. I am certain to die without immediate aid.
I am certain to die without immediate aid.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble.
I do like this guy's voice too.
Ha ha! I'll lead 'em well. I'll need to be resting soon. I should get moving before the whole day is a waste. Perhaps I'm a bit more hurt than I thought.
Perhaps I'm a bit more hurt than I thought.
Yes.
You got this coming!
If nobody else is gonna step up, why not? Ready for that nap anytime now. What's it gonna take to get a little action around here?
Voice 4 is pretty good too.
Oh, that one's gonna leave a mark. Yeah? What do you want? Huh? What you got for me this time? Yeah, I'll get right on that. Top of my to-do list.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Right thrashing.
Well, of course. I grow torpid and require slumber. How tedious all this becomes. My spleen! Alas, my life's blood seeps out.
My spleen.
Get over here.
Get over here.
Right then, I'm in charge. That's about enough. You don't want my hands getting idle. I could use a little patching up. Spit it out. You rang. Go on then. Right, what's this then?
Oh man, I need to play as a male character sometime, because I like never get to listen to these voices. Anyway, we're gonna go with female 4. And our name. We are just gonna stick with Tennelle. Just that way you guys know who my character is, because we'll be getting other characters joining us soon. Alright, except now I've been debating this, whether I play on normal or core rules. And I think I want to try playing on core. And if it turns out that I really don't like playing on core, we'll put it back down to normal. But I think we'll play with core. Yeah, if anyone is interested in this game but they find it way too difficult, there is literally story mode where, like, you can't die in combat, and so you can just, like, go through the story of the game. I will absolutely not do Legacy of Ball. Like, that is suicide. No thank you. Venture forth.
Atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Interesting.
Nestled.
Just take the piss out of things a little bit.
Don't worry about me.
Alright, so yeah, we're here in Candlekeep, and yes, Candlekeep is a pretty classic location. This is where we start our journey. We've grown up here our whole life, our whole 20 years of life. Here's the Candlekeep Library. Inside they have the world's largest collection of books, but we are here outside the Candlekeep Inn. Now, another thing before we get too far into this playthrough is that I want to tell you all that I've added a few mods to my game. And this is, like, it's just a couple of things. It's not anything that's gonna, like, break the game or make it, like, a wholly different experience. But it is going to change up a few things. One mod I added was the NPC project, which added more, like, character banters with the party that I will have. So it'll just add more, like, character interactions, and some of them even have quest lines. I'm not sure if we'll be doing those or not. It kind of depends on what characters come into our party, because not all of them have quests. And another thing I did was I opened up the cheats for the game so that I can jump around the map. Because otherwise, you would have to walk your character everywhere, and I figured that for the purpose of a stream, walking the character around everywhere would get really boring. So now whenever I need to get somewhere in a hurry, I can hit Control J, and that'll teleport my party anywhere I need to go on the map. And I won't use this to do anything to, like, break the game. I'll just use it whenever I need to get from point A to point B, and it would just be the characters walking around. So, with all that being said, let's go into the Candlekeep Inn, because this is where our foster father told us to get our equipment. Let's get rid of this, because this is the quarterstaff, and I don't want it or need it, and it can't be sold. And let's talk to the innkeep. Winthrop.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Well, hello there, young one. Come to visit your old pal Winthrop, have ye? Well, don't forget the 10,000 gold piece book entrance fee, as per Candlekeep's custom, don't you know? And so I can either say, that is outrageous. What kind of fool do you take me for? Stuff your inn and stuff your company. You always were a big kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not quite so often. And I fear I do not have that kind of entry fee with me. I suppose I shall return when I do. And so this is the part of the game where I get to role play. And I probably won't read all the things that I could say, but if we come across a really funny one or something like that, I'll probably like read that one just so that you guys can experience it. But otherwise, I'll just read the one that I will say. You always were the big kidder, Winthrop. That gets funnier nearly every time I hear it. Well, perhaps not quite so often. Ha! Just having a bit of fun with ye, my friend. Them monks may be walking about with poles in their nethers, but you know you're always welcome here in my sight. Goin did well by you, he did. So, is there anything I can do for you? Some drinks, room to sleep, anything to buy? Sure, what do you have? So here is how most shop systems in inns work in Baldur's Gate. You have your rooms, which you can use to sleep and heal and relearn spells. You have your buy and sell, where my equipment and inventory is over here. The stores is over here. You can see what the item is, you can see what the price of it is, and you can right-click on the item to get some information on it. There will definitely be times where I let you guys decide some conversations. This is the, like, tutorial level. Candlekeep is Baby Town. So I'm gonna kind of just, like, go through things pretty quickly here, just to kind of give you guys a feel for what this game will be like. So, first things first, Gorion gave us 100 gold. And that is because we are not very charismatic. If we were more charismatic, Gorion would have given us more gold to start the journey with. But I guess even our foster father doesn't love us that much. We will buy a warhammer, because that is what we are proficient with. It has 1d4 plus 1 crushing damage. One-handed, requires 9 strength. Good to know. See you in 20 minutes, Daniel Ray. I am also... Oh, it's a good idea to get some kind of ranged weapon. So, I'm going to get some bullets for myself, as well as a sling. I'm also going to buy a few arrows. And you'll see why later. And I don't have the money for chainmail or splint mail, but I can buy myself studded leather armor. These are not listed in the proper order. Like, leather armor's the worst, and then it's studded leather armor, and then it's chainmail and splint mail is the best. Oh, the ones that are in red are weapons that I personally cannot use. Things that I'm proficient in, I just have to keep memory of, but things that are normal, like I could use a club, but I'm not proficient with it. Throwing axes, I can't use at all because of my class or race restrictions. I think it's just class restrictions that have to do with weapons. I'm gonna get some studded leather. A medium shield. Oh, and a helmet. Very important. I gotta protect my noggin. Okay, so here we are on the character page, inventory page. This is where I'll be doing a lot of inventory management for my characters. You can equip your character with all the stuff in these slots below. You can either drag it to the highlighted area to put it on, or you can just put it directly onto your character and it'll go to the correct spot. Another important thing to note is this is, yet again, Advanced D&D 2. So, armor class works differently than what you would be familiar with if you were used to later editions of Dungeons and Dragons. In AD&D 2, your armor class starts at 10. You get a bonus to your armor class through dexterity. So, I have a dexterity bonus -3. Which means my armor class is better because it's gone down and now it's a 6. And if I put this armor on, it'll go down even more, making my armor class 3. I know that in new D&D, your armor class goes up, which probably makes more sense, but in AD&D, your armor class starts at 10 and goes down. There's also THAC0, which I'll explain later.
Tell me.
But anyway, I am all equipped and ready to wreck house. That's weird. Wow. Oh, we come across our first locked chest. So I can use my thieving skills and open it. Luckily that succeeded. And there is some gold and some scrolls in there. All the things that I can do with my character, so long as I'm selected on them, I can use these things down here. Unfortunately, my Thieves' Tools is all the way there. So if I press F1... Oh no, that's talk. So instead, I would have to press F2 and then F1 if I wanted to. Okay, that's good to know. I'll probably just do it the long way. I can also take stuff from this bookcase and get a dagger. Okay, and I can't use either of these spell scrolls because these are mage spells, not cleric spells. Oh, speaking of which, here's my priest scroll, and sweet, I've got the magic I wanted in here. That is good. Alright, let's talk to this nobleman.
No time to chit-chat.
Step up to the heat, young one. You'll need a good fire to warm the chill stares of those monks. Most inhospitable they are. Isn't that so lovely? Oh, yes, darling. They are most standoffish. I could say, oh, I would not let it concern you, m'lady. Perhaps they are not used to wealth such as yours. You are quite wealthy, are you not? Bring a lot of expensive jewelry with you? But I think I'm going to be a little defensive of my home. Watch your tongue. This was my home for a good part of my life, and I'll not have you slighting them in their own keep. Well, at least the monks were quiet in their condemnation. Humph! Indeed, lovely. You may have lived here, Tennelle, but from your tone, I'd wager you've forgotten much of the tact they should have taught. Please, leave us, please. Oh, fine. Now, it's also important to note out, I'm mostly not going to be talking to these monks in the green. They are literally tutorial guys. So if I come over here and talk to them, he would say, "Greetings, child. I've been advised to tell you... I've been told to advise you in negotiating with merchants, innkeepers, tavern owners, and the like. Is there anything I can tell you of such things?" And I'm gonna just... No, I don't need that. They're called tutors. They are. How did the guy know our name? Everyone knows our name here in Candlekeep. It's Candlekeep. I am going to talk to this guy, though.
Find decent folk nowadays.
Firebead, elven hair. Ah, yes. I'm back within the hallowed halls of Candlekeep. With this iron crisis upon us, the trip from Barrowghost was more hazardous than I care to relate. You're Gorion's ward, aren't you? My, you've come onto your own. If you would permit an old man jealous of youth to say so. I left an identity scroll with Tethril in the inner grounds. He should be done examining it by now, so if you could fetch it for me, I'd be grateful. We're not even done talking to the first 4 people and we already got a fetch quest. But that gives me an opportunity to show off the journal. As you can see, we are in the prologue, and the journal will keep tabs of all of our quests that we've picked up from people. So here's the important events that we need to keep in mind and what we need to do to progress. So if you're ever lost and you don't know what it is you need to be doing to move forward, you can do this. Anything else will be listed under its own tab. It'll tell you when you got the quest, and it'll tell you a little bit about the quest. And usually even your player character has like little remarks about the thing. So, like in this one it says, I swear, without me to run its endless errands, this keep would crumble into the very dust from which it sprang. So even our player character is already sick of doing side quests. Alright, and now we come upstairs.
You want it? You got it.
And doop-a-doop-a-doo, I love tourists because they bring the money. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, that's nice. I'll take that. Oh, did you sleeping guy? Don't mind me. Whoops. Don't mind me. And we get a nice little potion. Got a potion of clarity, which is nice because it prevents feeble mind, confusion, fear, and charm. That might come in handy at some point. Alright, do-do-do-do-do. Now, here's the real test. Will I be able to open this? Probably not. Nope. This is something you have to have pretty high lockpicking skills to get into this early in the game. I think if you dump all of your thieves' points into unlocking chests, you'll be able to get in there, but otherwise you won't be able to. That reminds me though, I want to come into my character sheet. If you need to know anything about your character, you can come in here and it'll let you know all your important numbers and such. Here I can remind myself that I'm proficient in warhammers and 2 weapon style. But I mostly want to come in here to change my script, because it is on advanced AI right now, and I don't want my character to do any of this stuff without my permission. I don't even want you. Yeah, actually, just none. Don't do anything unless I tell you.
Give it to me, don't worry about me.
Oh, hello.
Don't touch me. I might catch something.
Yes, might I help you? Sorry to have disturbed you. Wrong room, I fear. Let me just back away slowly. Perfectly understandable. Good eve to you. He does have a chest here, but if I would try to rob this chest with this guy watching me, he would immediately call the guards. And the guards would stop me, and the guards would be like, "You thief!" And I could try to pay them off, which probably would not work with how not charismatic I am and how poor I am. And so they would try to attack me, and if I killed a guard, that would put my reputation down a lot, and I would be hated by everybody, and everyone would probably become hostile to me. Because this game is pretty infamous for throwing in a reputation system. Oh, there we go. My reputation as of right now is average of 11. You can have... Your reputation can go up to 20, and 20 is like, woo, super popular, everybody loves you, yay! And then it can go all the way down to, I think it's despised. And if you are at that point, like, you cannot go into towns at all without everybody being hostile, guards constantly chasing you, like, you are just an all-out criminal. So, even if you're playing an evil party, it's usually good to try and keep your reputation in check so that you are not despised, and also your reputation affects how much you have to pay in shops and stuff. If you're more well-liked, you can pay less for goods because people like you, and other stuff. It's neat.
Don't worry about me.
Alright, anyway, I think we're done with this place. Let's get out of here.
Don't worry about me.
And let's actually go here into the inner grounds. Oh my goodness. Whoa, hold up. That scroll speed is so slow. I thought I fixed everything already to how I wanted it to be, but let's bring that up there. That's a little better. Let's do it a little bit more. There we go. Alright. Do I plan on streaming the whole game, or is this more of a one-off? I plan on going the whole way, baby. Oh, come on, Tethtoril, where are you? We need to get that scroll for Firebead.
Hey, it's
Oh.
me, Imoen.
Oh, hi, Imoen. I'm surprised that stuffy old Gorion let you away from your studies and chores. That old fiddle-faddle. I snuck off, too. Old Puff Guts Winthrop was looking for me. But I've got all day to do his chores. You don't have a story today? No, I can tell you don't. What have you been up to? Alright, so everyone, meet Imoen. I love her. She is great. Well, I'm sorry, child, but I'm not to tell anyone what I am doing. I must go. You should not tarry about either. Winthrop will want the beds turned down after you are done in the stables. If you say so. You sure picked a lot up from old Gorion. He never tells it straight either. Good luck on your trip. Good luck with whatever you're doing. Wait, you know of my journey? Gorion said little to me and less to anyone else. Oh, I know. Old stick in the mud that he is, all worried about nothing, I'm sure. Better go now, 'cause you've got a long ways to travel. Not that I would know, especially since I didn't peek at old Mr. G's private letters. No, ma'am. Better go now. Bye-bye. Oh, Imoen. Tell me more.
You're a queer fellow.
Don't keep Mr. G waiting now. Come on, you. Get going. Alright, alright. Best girl. Oh, hey, Tethtoril. Firebead has sent you to me, hasn't he? Very well, return the scroll to him, but then you must hurry and speak with Gorion. He's waiting for you on the steps of the Central Library. I assure you, child, it is a matter of greatest urgency. Alright, well, thanks, Tethtoril. He gave me this Identify scroll, which was what Firebead wanted. And why don't we go ahead and have a chat with Gorion?
Oh, my child, I am glad I have found you.
This is very unnerving, I know, but you must trust me. It is very important that you pack your possessions so that we may leave Candlekeep immediately. Hurry, for there's no time to tarry. The keep is well protected, but not invulnerable. Let's ask him a few questions. Please, Father, tell me where we will be going. Alas, I cannot, for I've not truly decided yet. All that is certain is that we will be far safer on the move. Perhaps the woods might offer some secluded security, or perhaps the city of Baldur's Gate would offer cover amidst the teeming throngs of people. I do not know where we shall end up, but I have a few friends here and there. I will think on this. What could possibly harm us here? This place is a fortress, and guarded beyond measure. Candlekeep is indeed a formidable obstacle for ne'er-do-wells, but it is not insurmountable. No matter how thick the mesh, at least one mosquito always finds its way through. No, my child, we must leave as soon as possible, for our safety, and for that of our friends here. Ew, that doesn't sound good. What should I bring with me on this journey? If you would just give me some clues as to what I will need. My dear child, you should know yourself well enough to make the purchases of gear you need. I have given you what I can spare. Oh, yeah, Gorion. Well, I know you got more. So hurry off to the inn and speak with Winthrop. Use your skills as a reference and buy what basics you need, though spend wisely. His prices are fair, but you may not have enough gold to purchase all that you would want. Alright, well, wait here just a little longer. I have a few more things I must do. Well, so Gorion will wait. Now I want to meet some cool fellows that are over here.
The Lord of murder shall perish, but in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos will be sown from their passage, so saith the wise Alondo.
No worm shall wander the earth, and such a pestilence will follow in his wake that all that know of his passing shall be struck down by the plague.
The Lord of murder shall perish.
Oh, shut up, you.
But in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny.
I'm trying to listen to the voice of the West. So saith the wise Alondo. When are they dropping their mixtape? Not soon enough. Dude. I don't these dudes want to talk to me. Alright, well. Anyway. Oh.
Our divine lords will walk alongside us as equals. So saith the great Alondo.
Yeah, they all sing prophecies and such from Alondo, who is highly worshipped here, or is the founder of, if I'm remembering correctly. I think Alondo is like this super wise sage prophecy guy who founded Candlekeep. So they are like disciples of his, in a way. Anyway. Hey, Firebead, here's your scroll.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
Ah, I'm glad to see that age has not hardened your heart toward an old man such as myself. I'll take all your identify scrolls. I have great use for these types of scrolls. Here, allow me to cast a little spell on you. It will protect you from any evil that you might meet tonight. Well, thanks, buddy. Now that I've completed the quest, it will gray out in my journal, and it will say that it is finished. And Old Firebead was grateful for my help. He cast a spell on me and said it would protect me from any evil I might meet tonight. I don't know what's out there beyond these walls, but I guess I'll find out soon enough.
I've got
Yeah, he'll take all of them! And I'm just like, dude, you knew Death Scroll only had the one scroll. No thank you.
Hello there.
If I have any other scrolls, those are mine. Fidelia. Oh, hello. Have you seen my copy of the History of Helrura anywhere? You know how I can't stand the constant shuffling of arthritic feet up in the library, so I thought I'd get a bit of fresh air just east of here, and oh, I hate being so absent-minded. Please, if you find it, I really do need it back. Oh, we'll keep an eye out for it. And let's see. Fidelia's book. Dear absent-minded Fidelia has lost another of her books, The History of Helrura, this time. Last time she was at Candlekeep, she lost an entire four-volume set in the hay we keep for the cows. So there's my hint. Oh, by the way, hi cows. One second. Why aren't you guys making sound?
I've got this.
Here we go.
Want it? You don't worry about. I've got this.
Actually, I don't think that was. Do the cows usually moo at you when you click on them? Alright, but priest quarters. Maybe her book is in here. Let's go.
Hello?
Hi. Oh, goody goody. I've gone and found ye first. You're the ward of Gorion, no doubt. I am. What can I do for you? Oh, our encounter should be quite simple for you. Plainly put, I've made it my mission to end your life. Success will mean a little respect among my peers. So, as you see, there's very little to do except die. Alright, and with this, we get into our first battle. My character will automatically wield their weapon, so long as I click on Shank. He is uninjured. Alright, go Tennelle, go! You got this! I'm level 1, so this takes a while. Get him! Hit him! You can do it. You can see all my attack rolls down here, and so far I've missed every single one, except I got him! Boom! Mess him up! And in the original game, you used to have to hover over people's bodies to pick up any loot they had. But a nice thing that Enhanced Edition added is quick loot. I can click this and then just automatically pick it up. It doesn't mean much now when there's only one guy to loot, but like when you have a whole big army of guys, you don't want to go around like clicking each individual guy. So quick loot is quite nice. Alright. Now that that's done, I was almost assassinated. Well, time to loot the place. Oh, a second warhammer. That is handy. Locked? I don't think so. And hey, that spell that Firebead gave us just wore off, so that spell was able to help us in this fight, which is nice. Uh-oh. Parda. Tennelle, you cut yourself above the brow there. What is wrong, child? Something in your eyes tells me that something is very wrong indeed. Ooh, do I be honest to him or not? I'm thinking I'm the stoic type right now. It's nothing, Parda. One of the cats didn't like me petting it. I'm all right, really. Yes, well, get what you need from the end then, for Gorion is desperate for you to be off.
I've got this.
Okay. Hello there, Dreppin. Fidelia left one of her books in here again. It's in the hay there, behind the cow. If you could run it over to her, then come back. I got some plans for you. Okay. Another nice thing to note is in the original game, you would literally have to like hover your cursor around something to try and find something that you could click on. In this game, in Enhanced Edition, you can hold tab. And tab will show you all the selectable items as well as people and stuff that you can interact with. So that is very, very handy because sometimes they hide stuff in very hard to find locations. So we're here, we can pick up the book. And another thing about Baldur's Gate is if you are interested, you can pick up the books and read them. So I'm not going to bother reading all of these books. There might be one or two here or there if I think they're important. I might kind of go through or summarize. But if you wanted to, you could really get into like the lore of the game and the lore of the Forgotten Realms and read these books. Alright, so this would just be a little walk back to her. So let's just boop. Hey, babe.
Hello there.
My book! Oh, you remind me of Gorion when you grin like that. Raising you has been hard on him, I know, but he says it's a toil of love, a toil of destiny, even. You must be a very special child, indeed, to draw such praise from a man of his silent nature. Here, take this little gem of mine. Maybe Winthrop will give you something for it. Thank you. She gave us a lynx eye gem. We'll be able to just sell this for a little bit of gold. Tennelle ASMR lore reading. When did we get this potion? I do not remember picking this up, but okay. Also, yeah, we'll keep that off for now. We'll throw these up there. Already our inventory is getting so full. Huh. Alright, Dreppin, what do you want?
What do you need?
Nice day, ain't it? Too bad Nessa here ain't enjoying it, though, her being sick and all. I need to get her one of them potions of antidote off Hull. He stayed up late drinking last night and got hauled out of bed to man the gates early this morning, so I bet he's got a few of them lying around somewheres. Alright, well, we'll see what we can do for you, buddy. Over here, we have a Temple of Ogma. Ogma, if I recall correctly, is the god of wisdom in the Forgotten Realms. So here we have a priest of Ogma.
Contain the world's knowledge.
And, of course, like, people of Candlekeep who love books would love a wise god. I am pleased to see that you have taken time to pay tribute to the wise Ogma. I was wondering what you had to offer at this Temple of Wisdom. So here's how temples work. You go to temples in the game, and similar to shops, you can buy things from them. They tend to have different stuff to buy, like potions, potions of healing, elixir of health, antidotes, and stone to flesh scrolls. You can also, however, make donations to the church, and if you donate enough money to the church, it'll actually raise your reputation, so people will like you if you donate money to the church. You can also buy spells, and these aren't spells for us to use, but instead these are spells that the priest would cast on us. So say, you know, our party was hurt, and we didn't have any way to heal ourselves, we could come to a temple, say, cure light wounds, pay 50 gold, and they would heal the selected character for 50 gold. We can also identify anything that is in our inventory that we don't know what it is. We haven't run across anything that needs identification yet, but trust me, we will. And it costs 100 gold each to identify something. So it's really better if you can find a way to identify things without using a temple, but it is an option. And we also have... Hello, come here.
I should have joined the
Hey there, kid. Nothing to see here. Alright. Good man. John Delar. Hey there, Tennelle. I see you're up early this day. Well, your father Gorion asked me a strange favor. Seems like he wants you to learn some fighting and asked me to be the teacher. So, I hope you brought your staff with you. I left that staff back in the inn. You're gonna have to deal with a hammer, man. Hostile creatures have red circles around their feet. Blah, blah, blah. This is the tutorial. I just hope you have a blah, blah, blah. That doesn't matter. During our fight, I'm going to spring a little surprise on you. Remember, you can press the space bar at any time to pause the game. This will give you time to think, especially once my little surprise comes up. Are you ready now? Good. Hit him. Boom. You did good, kid, especially after Eric started firing those arrows at you. I'm sure your father would be proud. You should go talk to the gate warden if you want some experience of fighting with a group of people. He can find him just south of here. Out there, it can be pretty important to know how to fight with allies at your side. Receiving combat tutorial after the assassination attempt. I know, right? Man, game design in 1998. Reaver. I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of the building yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there. And of course, we wouldn't be starting an RPG if we didn't have to kill some rats. So here's the tiny little rats. And I love the detail that there are cats in this warehouse doing absolutely nothing. Also, these rats literally cannot hurt me, so I feel bad taking them out, but, you know, it's a quest, so here I am.
Don't worry about me.
And we'll just take some rewards here. Oh, hi, rat. Boom. Man, Tennelle, you are doing good with your rolls. Hitting things. Good job. Level 1 characters usually have a horrible time hitting anything. So this is a good start. Ah, yes. Kill them like the rats they are. A glorious battle unlike any this world has ever seen. Here's 5 gold pieces. Don't spend it all in one place. Huh, thanks, Reaver. Got anything else for me? Nope. Alright, bye, dude. Also, I'm curious, has my character said anything again? Mental note, don't join the armed forces. They'll never inform you of the full danger when you enter, and they always pay you squat when you leave. Reaver gave me all of 5 gold pieces for putting my life on the line in there. Isn't there a Candlekeep's People Revolutionary Front I can join somewhere? You're fine, Tennelle. Don't overreact. Poor absent-minded Felida. You know, I said her name right the first time, and now I'm just like, what is this name? Phidia gave me a gem for returning her lost book. Candlekeep, it seems, continues to defy all laws of economics. The more books it holds, the more valuable they become to those who read them. The greater the supply, the greater the demand. All this thinking makes my head hurt. Time to pawn this gem and get something useful for it. Alright. Do we have anything good to say about? Nesta the cow is feeling a bit under the weather. Dreppen asked me to get a potion of antidote from Hull, who's been posted to the gate this morning. It appears that Hull has been using them to avoid his morning hangovers. Oh yeah, that's what you use antidotes for. I mean, I guess it literally is like alcohol poisoning, isn't it? Anyway, this is Hull. Hi, dude. Hey, kid. I woke up late this morning and left my sword in the barracks before going on duty. If you want to get it for me, it's at the chest at the foot of my bed on the right side of the barracks. Quick now, before the gate warden catches me without it. You'll also find an antidote there. I think Dreppen needs one for old Nessa. Alright.
Our rules are very strict.
Soon be gone, will ye? Aye, Gorian's asked me to teach you what about the finer arts of mass combat before you leave. Can I pique your interest in it, Tennelle? Gorian's in a hurry, Gate Warden. I'm afraid I can't spare the time, sorry. Are you sure, little one? It would be best if you took the time to learn it now rather than curse ye ignorance later. Gorian himself asked me to do this deed, and I'll not offer it to you twice. I mean, you kind of just did, but whatever little knowledge I have, I'm sure it will be sufficient, thank you. I've been playing this game for years. Besides, Gorian will protect me should we encounter any trouble. Aye, ye be as you've always been, then. Worse than trying to talk sense to old Orin himself. Now there be duties that need attended, and I'll not suffer a brat like ye any longer. Rude! Should have named our character Fido, because we have to go get so much. Yeah, this is the tutorial area, so they're just trying to get you used to, like,
Don't worry about me.
how to do quests. If we come in here, this is like a little healing hut.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Priest of Ogma. So, are you sick? You look rather healthy to me, but you can never tell. Do you need any potions or such things? Yeah, that would be nice of you. Alright, take this potion. Yeah, we get a potion of healing. Now, oh, hi, guy.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Oh, do any of you guys recognize? Okay, that's another thing. This game has some actually A+ voices in it, and I'll have to point them out when we see them. This is just a background character, but he also voices other characters in this game. I'll have to see if you guys can pick up who it is. Hey there, no time to chat. I have a mountain of dishes to tackle. Alright, well, you do that. I'll talk to him again for you guys.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Oh, here's my chance. Okay, so, since this area is like foggy and I can't see who's over here, they also cannot see me. So, I am going to... Wow, that was fast! Miss Blue Frost, you win! It is Kovu. Or, as other people might know it, Max Goof. Okay. Steely steel. Oh. Alright, sweet. Get it! Get an extra potion! Now run! Before anyone notices! I don't want the guards called on me.
I've got this.
Whew. Oh! I already have a broken weapon. Wow. That happened quickly. That's really unlucky. Okay, so I guess this is time to explain broken weapons. There's things going on in the Sword Coast, which is the region we are in, the Forgotten Realms. And there is an iron crisis. The iron crisis sweeping the Sword Coast region seemingly knows no mercy. This once fine weapon now lies in a jumble heap of metal shards before you. So, any weapons that are not magically enhanced can actually crumble and break into being broken weapons. So this is why I've already lost a hammer. And I may as well just dump it on the ground because it's not worth anything. So that stinks. But sweet, I already have 3 potions. That's so good. Broken weapons are why I can't get past the first part of Breath of the Wild. They don't break that easily. And the broken weapon system isn't like a wear and tear kind of thing. Like, it doesn't degrade over time. It's just kind of a random chance thing. Your weapon has a chance of breaking. Ooh, 15 gold. Alright, let's go in here.
I have a blade with your name on it.
Hey there. You're Gorion's little whelp, aren't you? Yeah, you match the description. You don't look so dangerous to me. This guy seems super sinister. I want to say something a little bit... I am his child, if that is what you mean. Foster child. Gotta keep it straight. He raised you as his own, but you're not of his blood. Your head ain't worth anything if you're actually his child. Nah, you're the right one. Might ticket out of the gutter soon as I snuff out your lights. Wow. Well, dude, I have a feeling you're in for a bad time, because I already dealt with 1 assassination attempt. I can take on anyone. Alright, good hit. 3 damage. He's near death. Let's do this. Come on. Come on. You can do it! Boom! Alright, good. Good job.
Don't worry about me.
Got another dagger for our troubles. 20 experience. Poke him with the hammer.
Don't worry about me.
Oh.
Something on your mind?
Karen. I heard shouting, Tennelle. Are you alright? Ooh. It's better you don't ask questions, Karen. You have instructed and inspired me throughout my childhood, and your heart would break to see what has just transpired here. Oh, child, you are too young for the life that is being thrust upon you. If you be fully equipped for your journey, I pray you run to Gorion now on the library steps, for he is anxious to depart. Dude, I have fetch quests to do. Don't rush me. 8 gold. We got some money here, man. That's pretty good. Alright, and the barracks.
I've got this.
I should have joined the army.
Fuller. Oh, what a mead-filled night. That hull is just too much. Poor Sap had to go man the gate this morning, too. I don't know how he does it. I'm gonna do for you anyways. Yeah, the mead would explain why Hull forgot to put his sword on this morning. He sent me to fetch it for him. Sure. It should be in the chest over against the right wall there. Alright. Note that if I try to take from any of these other chests inside the barracks, the guards will not be happy. So yeah, here we have Hull's longsword and an antidote. I'm curious, does Hull's longsword have special description? No, it doesn't. It's just a longsword description. So Fuller, I was just wondering if you have any errands I could run. I love them errands. Errands? Yeah, actually, I need a quarrel of crossbow bolts. You could get some off Winthrop at the inn. I'll reimburse you. Oh, very well. There'll be some coins in for you too, so you can stop giving me that look. Fuller is recovering from last night's mead fest in the barracks. After a little pestering, he agreed to give me a little bit of change if I fetch crossbow bolts from the innkeeper Winthrop.
I've got this.
Alright. So, now we have some quests to turn in. Let's jump around and do that. First off, Hull. Took your sweet time, didn't ya? Grind's a fool for trying to bring you up, right? And you can tell him I said so, too. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this whole iron crisis is the result of twerps like you, wandering off with people's swords. Here's 10 gold pieces. Now get out of here, I'm on duty. This, right here, is the direct result of having low charisma. Sometimes, even though you do a quest exactly like the character told you to, some people just won't like you, because you're not very charismatic. If I had a super high charisma, because Hull is a super picky person, and very tired and very hungover, then he would actually be like, wow, you know what? You're okay, kid. Gorion did all right by you. But pretty much if you don't have perfect charisma, Hull is going to be an ass about this. So, let's see, what does our character say? Hull gave me 10 gold pieces for bringing his own dumb sword. I should have charged him an extra for the tongue lashing he gave me, though. Yep. Alright. And Dreppin?
What do you need?
You're a wonder, you are. Stick with me and we'll go far. Okay, well, stick with me and we'd probably never leave the walls of Candlekeep, would we? Good thing you aren't wearing none of that metal armor, though. I hear the bandits out there would just as soon kill you as look at you if you got it on your back. Just hope this whole iron crisis business is wrapped up soon. Yep. Gain some experience for doing that. And let's go back here to the inn and make a few more last-minute purchases, as well as sell the stuff we've got. Oh, why do I glow? Because the game is actually casting like a teleportation spell on me, and when you use a teleportation spell in the game, that's what color you glow. So when I use that little like jump around trick, it's quote-unquote casting that spell. As good to see you again as any other I could have laid eyes on. Make yourself as comfortable as you will. If you wish for anything, just ask. Alright. So, time to get rid of some stuff. We don't need any of this junk. And we get 18 more gold pieces. Great. And Fuller wanted some crossbow bolts, so we can buy them. By the way, since I am a thief, I can also steal items. However, that could go very poorly if I do it wrong, so I am not going to steal. I'm going to buy, like a good little half-orc. I am also, since I have the money, gonna buy myself some splint mail. And now I've got studded leather armor for whenever I need it. And my armor class is already down to 0. Nice! That is pretty dang good. I'm also going to do something I haven't done yet, which is quick save. You can quick save by pressing Q. Very, very important. like, this game doesn't have checkpoints of any kind, so you saving is the only kind of save data you really have. It does also, I think, autosave when you enter and exit important areas. So that's nice. Is 0 AC the best? No. Your armor class goes down into the negatives from this point. So, like, if I get better armor, I'll have, like, -1, -2. Like, it'll just keep going down. Alright.
You got it.
And with that, I think the only thing we have left to do is run this errand for Fuller. So let's head back over here. Excuse me, guard.
You want it? You got
I
it.
should have joined the army.
Here you are, you little money grubber. Put a few gold pieces in your purse. Thank you. Oh, and I unlocked an achievement, completionist. This is because I'm playing on Sean's computer and he has it on Steam, and so like this is a completely new set of game files. If we went over to my computer, you would see that I have a buttload of files because I play this game a lot. But here we just have like a few save files because, yeah, new computer. All right, Gorin, I think I'm all ready to go. Oh yeah, what was that last? Fuller gave me a lousy 10 gold for running his errands. I bet I'd get at least 15 for being an errand runner in Baldur's Gate. Ha! Dream big, Tennelle! Alright, Gorin.
Be patient, child.
Alright. I'm ready to go right now.
Listen carefully. If we ever become separated, it is imperative that you make your way to the Friendly Arm Inn. There you will meet Khalid and Jahira. They have long been my friends, and you can trust them. Let's hurry, child. The night can only get worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I'll explain everything as soon as there is time. Wait, there is something wrong. We are in an ambush. Prepare yourself.
You're perceptive for an old man. You know why I'm here. Hand over your ward and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
You're a fool if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
Run, child.
Healer!
Get out of here.
Healer needed right here!
Cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible dream. Ambushed, you saw Goin cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his wish that you flee, but that does not remove the feeling of helplessness that now overwhelms you. Hand over your ward, the armored fiend had said. He was after you and you alone, but why? If only Goin had given some clue. But now you are alone and lost. Candlekeep is near, but you will find no quarter there. The readers pay for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorin's influence, their doors will remain closed. You will not last long on your own with your meager equipment. Perhaps you can get some help from the friends Gorin mentioned, the ones at the Friendly Arm.
And with that, our foster father is dead. Welcome, Aqua the Sea Wing. To catch you up on what has happened so far, we made our character, and we learned that we grew up in Candlekeep, under the care of our foster father, Gorin. One day Gorion is like, hey, yo, something bad's gonna happen. We gotta get going. He won't tell us what's gonna happen, but he's really freaked out. So he gives us money to go to the inn and get some equipment, and then we have to leave. We leave, and as soon as we essentially get outside of Candlekeep, we get attacked by this guy who kills our foster father Gorion, and now we are all alone.
It's me, Imoen.
Get out of here. Oh, well, look at that. Sorry I followed you, but I never get out of Candlekeep, and those monks are such a bore. Never any decent coin in their pockets, neither. I saw Gorion, and I am so sorry. I kind of figured something bad might happen to you out here. How could you have known? Gorion did not even tell me. I accidentally read a letter on his desk the other day. I can't remember exactly what it said, but he still might have... It might be on his body. Anyway, I'm not gonna let you wander around here, out here all alone. Never let a friend down. No, ma'am. Stick with you until you say otherwise, I will. And with that, Imoen joins our team! So, this is Imoen. She is a thief. And she is the reason why I bought some extra arrows. And I'm also going to pass off this armor to her. She actually has a pretty decent armor class of 6 right now, because she has super great dexterity. She has 18 dexterity, 16 constitution, 17 intelligence, 11 wisdom, and 16 charisma. So she's pretty likable all around. Her only really bad attribute is her strength, which is totally fine. Imoen does not need to be strong. It does mean that she can't carry a whole lot. As you can see, strength affects how much you can carry. So she can only carry 50 pounds. I can carry 120. But that is fine. And she also brought supplies because she's so smart. And she also has a wand of magic missiles, which will cast 1 magic missile, will strike the target, damage 1d4 plus 1 magic. Area of effect, 1 creature. Very nice. And she can keep that. I think I can also... Yes, I can also use this wand. Not everybody can use it because it requires 9 intelligence. But I'm going to let Imoen keep this. That seems good. Have I played Pillars of Eternity? I have.
What do you need?
Alright. So, if we take a look at our map, this is the first time we have a map that is all black. This is because we do not know what this area looks like. If we go to the world map, we can see that there is Candlekeep. We literally got 4 hours outside of Candlekeep, and that's how far Gorion made it. RIP. Gorion did tell us to go to the Friendly Arm Inn, so that is the direction we will be heading. Up here is Baldur's Gate. Down here is Baragost. And then down even further is Nashkel, the Nashkel Carnival, and the Nashkel Mines.
Tell me.
Alright, let's go.
Don't worry about me. Give it to me straight.
Ladies,
what do you need?
Let's move.
Don't worry about me.
Oh! And here we run into our first monster, a diseased gibberling. Sweet. Imoen got that kill. She rolled really well and did 4 missile damage. Good job. Having her on bow is going to be good because, like we said earlier, she's not very strong. She only has 8 hit points. I have 9, so that's not much better. But she is much more likely to be hit because she only has an armor class of 3. And I think now's probably as good of time as ever to try to explain Thaco, because I saw somebody ask why armor class goes down instead of up, and that partially has to do with Thaco, because Thaco stands for to hit armor class 0. So basically, with Imoen's current Thaco, she has to roll, like, on a 20-sided die. Thaco is wacko. It is a bit wacko. But with her current setup and weapons, she would have to roll an 18 on a 20-sided die to hit a character that had armor class 0. And then you take that number and you take into effect, like, what your armor class actually is. And that's why armor class goes from 10 down. So yeah. Thaco is a little wacko. Alright, let's go back up here. And here's where Gorion died.
You're a queer fellow.
Is that Gorion? Yes, it was Gorion. He died while protecting me from an attack. Don't you even know what attacked you? Whatever it was, it looked like it was vicious. Ogres, some girl with a mace, and a huge man in spiked armor. I didn't stick around long enough to take a look, you know. With Gorion yelling at me to run, that man demanding my head and all. I see. So he wasn't after Gorion, but you. I don't like this, Tennelle. I don't like it at all. I didn't want Gorion to die, but I will avenge him, Imoen. Just you wait. Right then. I'll be with you all the way. But you think first we should bury Gorion? I mean, it's not proper to leave him out like this. I suppose you're right. Well, why are we standing about? Let's just dig. And maybe one day we can return and add a small gravestone or something. I don't want to have to bury someone ever again. Don't you go and die on me now, Tennelle. I don't think I could handle it if I had to bury you as well. Don't worry, Imoen. I won't. Let's go now and let Gorion sleep in peace. So, you bury Gorion in a small stone cairn where he fell. So, Tennelle, how are you doing? I've been better. Do you have something on your mind? Not really. I was wondering how you were feeling, seeing if you were okay and all. You don't talk much lately, all quiet and stuff. You were always the talkative one. I'm more the silent type, remember? Don't worry. I'm still the same old Tennelle. Good. I hate to see this eat away at you. We'll get him, you know. That guy, whoever he was, who killed your dad. We'll find who he is and pay him back good. And don't even think of ditching me either. I know what I'm doing, and I'm in this as much as you. I liked Gorion, and you're my best friend. I'm your best friend too, whether you know it or not. You can count on me, and don't you forget it. This is actually very true. No matter if you are good or evil, Imoen will stick with you no matter what. You can't tell her to leave. Like, you don't have to have Imoen in your party, but like, no matter what you do, Imoen won't leave you, which is super cool. Some party members, if your reputation gets too low, or if you do something that is like super against their moral code, they just leave. So it's very important to try to have a good party balance. What brings us on, Imoen? I don't think I've ever seen you act this way. I'm just mad, that's all. Mad, sad, and a little worried, I guess. I'll get over it. I was trying to make you feel better, and now I'm all worked up. Come on, let's go find an evil dragon's lair or something to loot. On second thought, a hobgoblin cave is more your speed. Or maybe a Zvart village? I'll have to think about this one.
Give it to me straight.
Good old Imoen. Precious ride or die. She is. Imoen is your ride or die friend. She is so good. But like I said, I could kick her out of my party. If I just go in here to reform party, I could kick her out like that. But I don't want to do that.
Don't worry about me.
That also, that whole conversation, us burying Gorion, everything, that was added by the NPC mod that I talked about at the beginning of the stream. Before, this game used to be very silent. The characters in your party would only really talk to you when you first met them, and you would just kind of have to infer a lot of what they thought about things. This mod does a fantastic job adding, like, very well-written character moments in for a lot of the characters. And the reason they did this is because in Baldur's Gate 2, characters just kind of do this naturally. They'll have interjections about things. So it was super nice to have a mod that did that for Baldur's Gate 1. Anyway, let's pick up this other stuff. Use this quick loot. Not gonna pick up everything, but most things. You can also look at the character pages of your party members. And if you click on biography, you can get to know a little bit more about the characters. I'm going to take a little drink first. See ya, Silent Bird. When asked about her past, Imoen slaps your shoulder playfully. She says that you of all people should know, seeing how you grew up together. Indeed, some of your fondest memories are of meeting this sprightingly young lass. She apparently came to Candlekeep much as you did, though 10 years later in life, and she spent much more time with the gruff Winthrop than Gorion, Puffguts as she would call him, much to the old innkeeper's dismay. She seems the ethereal child, and is quite content to play the part of little sister, though you're both of comparable ages. You can tell by her hearty smile that she will always be willing to travel with you, no matter what path you take. So that's nice. Just get to know her a little bit more. Right, with that we will save. We're going to explore a little bit back this way. We're going to come back down here to the road, because the road is safe. At least safer. Eternal. Whoops. Yes, thank you. And if we would continue taking this road, it would take us back to Candlekeep. But, like Awesome Narrator Man said earlier, we will not be able to go back to Candlekeep because they have a rule in place where you have to bring a tome of great value in order to get inside their keep. Essentially, a book, a very expensive book, is the entrance ticket, and we do not have that. But I wanted to come up here and talk to this guy, Chase!
Don't touch me! I might catch something.
Oh, hello. Well, I was about to tell you not to come any closer, but that never seems to work, does it? Well, regardless, I should remain true to the genre. Don't come any closer, or I'll jump! Yeah, you heard me, and I'll do it too. So don't come any closer again, and don't try to stop me. Hey, you know what, Tennelle? You know what? Tennelle over there was just locked out of her hometown without a penny, and some monsters kill her father. If anyone should be jumping off cliffs, it's her. And do you see her jumping? So what's your problem? So that's another little interjection from Imoen. So anyway, so don't you try to stop me. So I have the options of, okay, no, by all the gods, don't do such a thing. There is so much to live for. And, By all means, jump if you must. More air for the rest of us. I love all of these responses, but I have to go with what I think is the funniest. So we're going to go with, okay. Okay? You aren't going to do a thing? Wow, you must have incredible faith in my will to live. No one has ever shown such trust in me. Not ever. Not even Mumsy. Thank you so much for your quiet faith. I choose to live. I choose to live! Oh, no! I have to get home before Mumsy finds the note. She has no stomach for such things. I'll have Jeeves double her usual cocktails and tell her of my new resolve. Thank you so much. Tra-la, life is grand once again! What a queer fellow. Never mind. Must go. Much to do. What a tool.
Tell me.
Oh. And that's Chase. One of, there's a lot of great character interactions in this game. This game is very, very funny. And hopefully I do the voice acting justice. 100 speech skill.
I've got this.
But I'm super excited to show off some of the dialogues in this game. Oh, Imoen, you... What am I looking for? You have a script. Stop that.
Give it to me. Don't worry about me.
Hello there.
Colossid. Well, a busy day for me indeed. Strange noises throughout the night, and now a plethora of people strolling about the wood. You look a touch more hospitable than the last two I met, though. Well met, stranger. I'm called Colossid. Hiya, I'm Imoen, and this is my friend Tennelle. We just got out of Candlekeep, and we're starting on a grand adventure, avenging that great mage and all. Tennelle, why aren't you standing with your mouth shut as a clam when the tide is out? You know more than I about fighting anything anyway. So, gosh, geez, Imoen. So go tell about it. That's what adventurers do, famous ones anyway. Or how would they ever get their stories into bard songs? Could you help me? My foster father and I were attacked last eve, and now I'm not sure where to go. The carnage to the north must be the aftermath of your little skirmish, then. I'm most assuredly sorry about your predicament, though there is little I can do for you. I've nothing of serviceable value to impact, except common sense in a few directions. A ways east of here, you should find a crossroads. North of there is the Friendly Arm Inn, and south of there is the town of Baragos. Both can offer shelter, though rates for the Friendly Arm are likely better. It is a friendlier atmosphere for the young adventurer as well. Staying close to the roads will make your journey safer, but that will depend on where you're heading as well. I can't accompany you, though there were a pair of travelers not that far up the road. They might offer assistance, but I'd be wary of the cost. I didn't like the look of them myself. Thanks for your time. Good luck in your travels. Fairly well, as they say. Alright, bye, dude. Up the road we go. And here we meet Montaron and Czar.
Be already be disturbed. Now leave me be. Your company be toil enough as is.
Hello there, kid. Rather strange place to be wandering, ain't it? My companion has something to say to you. Okay.
Montaron, you are so aggravating. 'Tis disturbing to my demeanor.
A child wandering the wilderness. Surely you must be none too bright to be traveling these woods. And ye look a bit scuffed, too. Fine pair of troubles all your own. Indeed, I can offer you healing potions if you wish, as a token of goodwill. Psst, Tennelle, the mage speaks like he's laying honey on bread, but I don't know. I don't like his eyes a little bit. I don't like his eyes a single bit. I'd prefer to manage on my own. Do you not trust us? I'll not be insulted by this whelp. Now, Montaron, I had just been attacked. Had I just been attacked, I might be leery of it. I might be leery as well. So be it. I shall not heal you. Refuse if you wish. Neither shall I hold ye to a debt of honor for slighting my good intentions, though your conscience may. Just like all good people. Perhaps as payment you could go with us to Nashkel. It is a troubled area, and we mean to investigate some disturbing rumors surrounding the local mines. Some acquaintances are very concerned about the iron shortage. Specifically, they are to lay blame. Where to lay blame in the matter. You would be useful, though I'll not hold you to it. We are to meet the mayor of the town, a man by the name of Baron Gaskill, I believe. Your conscience be your guide. Go on your way and leave me be. I would go my own path. You won't do this for me? You're bad, and I'll have someone hurt you. You'll see. That's one meanie, Monty. Not a nice child at all. Now you've gone and set 'em off. Blasting maid will blither for hours. Off with ye. I'll not suffer the both of ye. So yeah, if you couldn't tell by the voices I gave those guys, they are both a little unhinged and very much so evil. You can get them into your party, however, and there's some pretty decent early companions you can have if you want an evil party. Montaron is a fighter thief, if I remember correctly, and Czar is a mage. Find a diamond in a tree. Wow! And Winthrop used to tell me that diamonds don't grow on trees. Sure, in Candlekeep they don't. Hey, Tennelle, cheer up. Tamora favors us. Seems to me. Yeah.
What do you need?
Thanks, Imoen.
You've got it.
Finding a diamond, this is why Tab is so nice, because you can find like those little tiny holes like that. Like in the original game, woo, hi Wolf. In the original game you'd have to just like scroll over this to even know that it was here. But yeah, get a diamond, and that is worth quite a bit of gold. Also, okay, a wolf. This can actually be a little tough when you're level 1. Ouch!
Tell me.
Yeah, that just took 4 of my hit points. I'm going to drink a potion to be safe.
Give it to me straight.
What you want?
Imoen, hit it with a magic missile.
What do you need?
Hey, Binkos, thanks for helping. There we go. Good job. Binkos, come back!
Tell me, you want it?
I wish to speak with you. Sorry, chum, but I can't stop to chat. There's been another caravan raiding northeast of Baragast, and I must report these dire straits to the Grand Dukes. Messenger's work is never done. So to kind of explain what he's talking about, the Grand Dukes are the people who lead Baldur's Gate. So he's talking about traveling back up to Baldur's Gate to tell them. Another caravan raided? Wow, that's no good. Remember those flaming fists passing by Candlekeep last week? They said that there was at least 2 missing. I think we should keep our eyes peeled, or we'll be killed off by bandits for nothing. Exciting, though. Caravans, bandits, road, like an adventure from a book. Just keep your head down and your weapons handy.
Give it to me straight. Don't worry about me.
Alright, and as you can kind of tell by the way the sky is turning, you can also look down at this little clock here, but it is slowly going from day to night. You have a little sun symbol going down, and the night symbol coming up. So we should get moving. I'd prefer to get to the Friendly Arm Inn before nightfall.
Oh, there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Oh there, wanderer. Yeah, you said that. It's been 9 to 10 days since I've seen a soul walking this road. I've been without decent conversation since. Traveling nowadays appears to be the domain of either the desperate or the deranged. If thou wouldst pardon my intrusion, might I inquire, which perhaps pertains to thee? Or do I need to say T? I mean, if you is thou, or was it thee? In any case, I'm not desperate and not deranged. I'm excited. I'm going to be a famous adventurer, like Elminster. Thou art a spirited girl, Imoen. Now, what of thy companion? How do you know Imoen's name? Wait, how'd you know my name? One can acquire such knowledge in more ways than one, child. But let the quiet one speak. Not to imply anything, but how do you measure up to your own standards? Pestering strangers about their mental state doesn't seem to be that well adjusted to me. Point well taken, and thou hast answered my question most adequately. I think of thee as determined instead. I shall trouble thee no more, as thou art more than capable of the task at hand. North is the friendly arm in, where I'm certain thou shalt find trustworthy friends awaiting. I have said too much and taken up too much time from thee. Fare thee well. Goodbye, old man.
What do you need? You want it?
Where are you going? There we go. Now he disappears. And I actually just remembered we did not take a look at this loot we pulled off Gorion. So as you can see, there is a belt here surrounded by blue. This is something that is unidentified, so it's magical, but we don't have a way of identifying it. And it is very much so not a good idea to put on things that have not been identified, because even though something is magical, it could be magically good, or it could be magically bad, as in it is cursed. And cursed items you can only take off if you go to a cleric and get a remove curse spell, which will take the item off. So we want to wait until we can get that identified. But we also picked up this scroll from Gorion, which is the same thing that Imoen read. So let me take a sip. My friend Gorion, please forgive the abruptness for which I now write, but time is short and there's much to be done. What we have long feared may soon come to pass, though not in the manner foretold, and certainly not in the proper time frame. As we both know, forecasting these events has proved increasingly difficult, leaving little option other than a leap of faith. We have done what we can for those in thy care, but the time nears when we must step back and let matters take what course they will. We have perhaps been a touch too sheltering to this point. Despite my desire to remain neutral in this matter, I could not, in good conscience, let events proceed without some measure of warning. The other side will move very soon, and I urge thee to leave Candlekeep this very night if possible. The darkness may seem equally threatening, but a moving target is much harder to hit, regardless of how sparse the cover. A fighting chance is all that can be asked for at this point. Should anything go awry, do not hesitate to seek aid from travelers along the way. I do not need to remind thee that it is a dangerous land, even without our current concerns, and a party is stronger than individuals in all respects. Should additional assistance be required, I understand that Jaheira and Khalid are currently at the Friendly Arm Inn. They know little of what is past, but they are ever thy friends, and will no doubt help however they can. Luck be with us all. I'm getting too old for this. So we're gonna copy that note into our journal, and I could ditch this note at this point because it is in my journal, and it doesn't have to take up inventory space, but I'll just keep it there for now.
Tell me. Don't worry about me.
So let's continue. And some report. No problem, diseased gibberlings. No sweat. So, this will tell us what way to go. We could follow the road, which I would normally recommend to new players because roads are generally safer. However, if you go to this point in the map and you follow up from where the statue points, you will get a nifty little hidey hole with a trinket inside. And it's another magical ring that we cannot identify, so we will hold on to it for later.
Don't worry about me.
Now let's move our way back over to the road.
Hello, pal.
If you don't mind, please try to keep your voices down. There be beasties about with better hearing than we. Hey, you grouch, we weren't shouting at all. We're adventurers and understand such things, you know? Tell him, Tennelle. Imoen, shh, I love you, but shush. Sorry to have disturbed you. I'll be on my way. I did not intend my words to scare you away. They were simple warning of dangers true, and meant nothing more. The occasional chat is certainly welcome, but perhaps today is just not the best day for it. The denizens of this wood seem to have grown rather aggressive lately. As gruesome as it sounds, they've probably become accustomed to humanoid meat. Can't really blame them, though. Too many people lost their means to the iron shortage and have turned to the land for sustenance. Are you confessing that you eat people? Because that's kind of what it sounds like. Monsters and animals must find food somewhere. I'd keep your weapons at the ready as you travel. I'm watching you. Alright, friendly arm. We're a-comin'. We'll be back to explore that map later, probably. Alright, and it's night. And while I could follow the road up here to get to Candlekeep, we have another little secret we can find. If we go over this way. And yet again, but just like a little pixel that you have to hover over. Boop. We find another magical ring. Ho ho ho. That we will have to identify.
Don't worry about me.
And in we go.
I should have joined the army.
Welcome to the Friendly Arm. I trust you know the rules of conduct within? Nope, but from the look of you, they must be on the dreadfully boring side. There are rules? What kind of rules? Perhaps rules is a touch too formal. It is unwritten, but accepted, that while herein you will act with the utmost civility to all of the guests. This is neutral ground, and all grievances are left at the gates. If the grievances come in, then you will go out. Enjoy your stay. I did find the tree gem. I got the tree gem earlier. This was the tree ring. Actually, we won't go into people's homes just yet. We'll save the snooping about for later. We want to get to this inn and meet up with Khalid and Jaheira post-haste. Maybe they know a little bit more about what's going on. But first, just to be safe, I think I'm gonna leave Imoen here for no reason. Just, you know.
Tell me.
She's just gonna stand there.
You want it?
And I'm gonna go up to the keep.
Hi, friend.
Oh, hi, buddy. Hi, friend. I've not seen you here before today. What brings you here to the Friendly Arm? I'm here to meet some friends. Oh, you must be whom I am to meet then. I will take you to your friends. But first, I should be sure that you are the correct person. Is your name Tennelle? Why, yes, it is. Perfect. You're indeed the person I seek. Hold still a moment, won't you? And with that, he attacks us. So, this is an infamous moment in Baldur's Gate where a lot of people tend to die over and over at this point because this game is kind of brutal and hard. And he is a bit of a difficult mage to deal with. He can cast Horror on you, which will make your party members run away in fear. And you can't control them at all. So we are going to do our best to stop him from casting spells. These guards here will help us because they see a disturbance, and this is supposed to be a friendly place. So, he also casts mirror images right away, which is super problematic because that makes him harder to hit. Okay, how about you don't? Also, how about you cast Remove Fear, so this will protect us? No! Oh, that is bad. That is bad. I am scared. And that's what happens when you die. So, we load. I quick save a lot because I'm used to this game.
What do you need?
And you know what?
Want it? You got it.
I should have done this beforehand, but I also didn't want to spoil that this was coming up, so I didn't cast any spells beforehand. This will probably be my general rule of how I deal with things, is I won't try and prep for battles before going into them. I'll play them first correctly the right way. That way I don't like spoil like, hey, a big battle's coming up. Okay, you can tell because I'm prepping all my characters. But I'll let it play out naturally the first time and see what happens. And then, if and or when I die, we'll prep better. So let's cast Remove Fear. This will go both on Imoen and me, which is good. And I'll also cast Spiritual Armor, which will make me harder to hit. Alright.
Tell me.
Let's go take this guy out.
Hi, friend.
Hi. You're not my friend. You killed me. I'm here to meet some friends? Why, yes it is.
You're a queer fellow.
Imoen, get him!
Give it to me straight.
What you want?
Imoen's magic missile is super handy because it typically can stop a mage, like it can interrupt their spell casting. Ha! I have protection from fear. You stupid mage. I don't have protection from magic missile though. Alright, here we go again.
Don't worry about
I should save after I cast my spells.
You're a queer
Imoen, go ahead and drink this oil of speed too. That'll double her movement,
You want it?
so she will be able to attack faster.
Hi, friend.
Dumb tarnish. Here to meet some friends, yes it is. Alright, dude.
Give it to me straight.
Okay. Now he's casting that, which, yes, doesn't affect anything. Good. Good job, Imoen. Hit him again.
What do you need?
No! Oh, man! I can't survive. Dang it, I forgot to save again.
I've got this.
Okay, you know what, Imoen? Give that oil of speed to me. I need to attack faster. Oops.
Tell me.
I am too squishy. I am level 1.
Give it to to me straight. I've got this.
Alright.
Hi, friend.
I've got all the guards near me, so they should come help. I forgot to save again.
What do you need?
Good job. Go, Tennelle, go! Beat his face in. Get away all those mirror images. Yes! He's dead! Although, dang it, it was the guards that killed him, so I don't get the experience for it. No! Alright, well now I've saved.
What you want? I'm gone.
Alright, Imoen, get back up
Tell
here.
me.
Wow, Tarnish's spellbook is pretty neat. I think I can learn some of this stuff. Look, here's something. Hey, I think I could turn you into a frog. Oh, hold on, let me try. Mantos, Potentos, Pa! Whoa, hold on, Imoen. You're no wizard. You shouldn't be fooling around with that. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Ha, don't worry about me. I was only kidding. These spells or whatever, the things in the back, they look kind of important. I won't mess with those. But these little old things in the front, betcha I could learn some of them. I'm gonna try anyway. Well, I suppose that will be alright. Just be careful, okay? Hey, I told you, don't worry about me. I'm no dummy. I know what I'm doing. I'll be slinging spells in no time. Ha ha! Alright, Imoen. So yeah, we got some spells here. I'll let Imoen hold on to these since she's so keen on learning spells anyway. There's Gorion's scroll. So here's the other scroll that we just picked up off of Tarnish. Be it known to all those of evil intent that a bounty has been placed upon the head of Tennelle, the foster child of Gorion. Last seen in the area of Candlekeep, this person is to be killed in quick order. Those returning with proof of the deed shall receive no less than 200 coins of gold. As always, any that reveal these plans to the forces of law shall join the target in their fate. Yikes.
Give it to me straight. I've got this.
Alright, well, we haven't taken any damage. Stupid Tarnish is dead. Let's finally go into this inn. We have had quite the day.
Hey, friend. Good to meet a fine sod such as yourself.
Jopie. I can't stand the way the roads are cut off these days. Me and my uncle in Baldur's... Me uncle's in Baldur's Gate and I can't get there to see him. How come the roads are cut off? Where have you been the last few months? The roads are crawling with brigands and bandits after every scrap iron you got on you. Surely you must have fled some on your trip here, lest you came by the West Road, that is. Why is the West Road still open? Huh, if there's ever a book shortage, that road to Candlekeep will be the most dangerous of them all, I assure you. But these folks here are after metal, so they're sticking mainly to the larger trade routes between Baldur's Gate and Am. And guess what? This here inn is smack dab in the middle of it all.
What do you
Yep.
need? I've got this.
Doesn't sound good. I have the ear of the people. Sam. I'm not talking to you, Sam. I don't need your services. Instead, we do see over here Khalid and Jaheira.
How long must we wait here? Things stir to the south as we sit.
Greetings. You look familiar, though it is not your looks. I'm not sure what I expected, but I believe you are Gorion's child. I am Jaheira, and this is Khalid. Good to know you. We are old friends of your adopted father. He is not with you. I must assume the worst. He would not permit his only child to wander without his accompaniment. If he has passed, we share your loss. Gorion said that he worried for your safety, even at the expense of his own. He also wished that Khalid and I would become your guardians, if he should ever meet an untimely end. However, you're much older now, and the choice of your companion should be your own. We could travel with you until you get settled, to help you find your lot in life. It would be fitting last service to Goin, though we should first go to Nashkel. Khalid and I look into local concerns, and there's rumors of strange things happening at the mines. No doubt you've heard about the iron shortage. You do well to help us. It affects everyone, including you. We are to meet the mayor of the town, Baron Gaskill. And this should be familiar because we actually heard Zar and Montaron say the same thing. They also wanted to go to Nashkel and meet the mayor. Isn't it great, Tennelle? We made it through the first forest full of gibberlings and wolves, and now we're meeting real adventures. Things are looking up. Hey, Auntie Jahira, I am Imoen. I'm a friend of Tennelle's. Actually, more like a guardian than a friend, you know? Looking after her and all that. Adventurers usually do not call each other Auntie Imoen, but enough distractions. Gorion had mentioned you in his correspondence, praising your fast friendship with his ward. You're welcome to come along. Your company would be welcome. Well, good. We'll leave as soon as you're ready, though it should be soon. Yeah, Uncle Khalid and Auntie Jahira are coming with us. This is going to be a great adventure after all. Yay! Oh, I'm reunited with my one true love, Jahira. Here we are, traveling the road. Some grand adventure we're having, huh? Not exactly what we used to daydream about, but still kind of exciting, I guess. I'd rather be out there, going places and doing things, than stuck in Candlekeep, cleaning out stables and turning down beds. Ooh, I like both of these. It's been interesting to say the least. Not quite what I had in mind either, but it's not like I have a choice. That's we, remember? And yeah, I suppose we don't have much of a choice at that. Still, we could do a lot of good, I think. I wonder if they'll make a tale of our adventures. Just think, one day folks will be in the common room of some inn, maybe even Candlekeep Inn, and ask a bard to tell them the tale of Imoen the Quick and her trusty sidekick, Tennelle. Sidekick? Oh, okay, we'll be partners, I suppose. What do you think? Imoen the Quick sounds good to you? Quick with the blade and wit. All the best heroes and heroines have handles. Maybe Imoen the Terrible? Nah, too dark. Imoen the Bold. Imoen the Sly. Imoen the Magnificent. Hey, that sounds pretty good. You could say Imoen the Pinnacle of Annoyance, the epitome of vexation, and the champion of besetment. How about Imoen the... Shush you! I'm thinking, where was I? I still kind of like Imoen the Quick. Wonder if it's been taken already. Oh, Imoen. You silly gal. Anyway, let's check out Jahira and her husband, Khalid. So, Jahira is a fighter druid, which is much better than just being a plain old druid. She's going to be our other main cleric, probably. And, man, she's got crap all to start off with. She has a potion of invisibility, which is good. We'll probably give that to Imoen for now, since she is a thief that's better suited for her. Or myself. This quarterstaff has gotta go. This leather armor, probably also not happening. Also, let's change your colors to be a bit brighter. I like that. Yeah. But as a druid, Jahira gets her own set of spells, and I think I'm going to set Jahira up to be my main healer for now. Which means I'm going to take away Cure Light Wounds on me, and I will be the more combat-oriented cleric. Let's see, what else do I want to use? Maybe Bless. What does command do again? This creature enables the priest to command another creature to die, sleep, for a single round. At the end of the round, the creature awakens and is unharmed. Creatures with 6 or more hit dice are entitled to saving throws to ignore the command. I think I'll use that, because having a sleep, any kind of sleep spell, is pretty good in the beginning of the game. It does only affect one creature. That kind of sucks, but whatever. And then Khalid is a fighter. He's got a healing potion. That's good. He's got some decent armor. He's got splint mail, which is the same thing we have. A helmet, a shield, and a longsword. He's not, like, the best fighter in the world, but I like Khalid as a character. 15 strength, 16 dexterity, 17 constitution, 15 intelligence, 10 wisdom, and 9 charisma. So he's about as likable as I am. He's super proficient in longsword. He's got 2 pips in it. He's also proficient with axes and longbows. If I remember correctly, you can make Khalid a pretty good longbowman. Because he's not very strong, he's kind of better in the back. Jaheira, on the other hand, also has a strength of 15, dexterity 14, that's not great. Constitution 17, intelligence 10, wisdom 14, and charisma 15. Good stuff. Alright, well, since we are here at an inn,
I've got this.
Let's talk to Bentley Mearshade.
It's been dreadful slow business lately.
None too many travelers have been through lately. What with the supposed troubles down south. So, what can I do for you? What do you have to sell me? We will definitely want to rest, but before that, let's sell this stuff. This diamond that we found in the tree sells for 500 gold. That is sweet. We'll be able to get all kinds of nice little goodies for ourselves. And this is very important to note. Like anything that is unidentified only costs 1 gold, but trust me, it is not worth that much. You want to get things identified before you sell them, because they cost, like, they'll give you a lot of money if you sell, like, a magic item. So don't be fooled into thinking they aren't worth anything and just sell them without identifying them first. Also sell that. There we go. Alright, Jaheira, let's get you some better armor. Let's also get you a sling and a club, because that's what you'll be using to start off with. Some splint mail would be good. And let's do a large shield. Unfortunately, we can't get a helmet for you. Let's also pick up a few more longswords for Khalid, just in case his other ones break, because that would be really bad. And let's buy some more arrows. And can we maybe get him a longbow? Yes, we can. Perfect! I love it! Equip yourself, my timid fighter man. And he has a hit class of 1 right now. That's pretty good. Jaheira, baby. Put some clothes on. And she has an armor class of 3. Not bad at all. Actually, I think I'm going to have her on a sling until we get her a helmet, because otherwise she can't protect herself from critical hits, and that is bad.
My inn is open to all who behave themselves.
Let's spend a little money here. You can choose different rooms. It doesn't really have any effect. I'm sorry, I'm getting a drink. It doesn't really have any effect what kind of room you choose. it's just kind of like, you know, oh, what do you want to spend on your party members? A peasant room, a merchant room, a noble room, or a royal room? I'll spend 5 gold pieces right now for a noble room. We've earned some rest. Oh, another thing we can do at inns is drink. If we drink beverages, we can sit around the bar and we tend to get rumors. So I think I might do that. Let's see. I am a half ogre. Let's get something a little heavy. So you hear of the Midsummer Fair down in Ashkel? I hear it's actually doing quite well, despite all the trouble that the town's had recently. That's good to know. How about some black bitter ale? Bitter black ale. Hear any rumors? Here we go. I heard there's some sort of trouble in Ashkel. Something sinister that's been moving about in the Ashkel mines. Nobody seems to know for sure. Too busy coping with bandit raids and such. Alright. And I don't want my character to get intoxicated, because that can happen if you drink too much. And then I would have to sleep it off, and I don't want to waste more money on that. So let's just spend a little time exploring the inn. Getting to know the people. Can I talk to... Who else can I talk to? Ugh, look at these forks and tankards. This iron shortage shows no mercy on us drunkards and gourmands. Whatever could be wrong with your fork and tankard? They be made of iron, yet they bend under the weight of this inn's meager offerings, and the handle breaks on me tankard to spill this rat spit of an ale onto my lap. Ugh, Nessie, get me another. Alright, well...
Straight. Don't worry about me.
I hear you guys. The iron shortage is real bad. Oh, right. This is also important to note. Because I am also a thief, I cannot use my thieving skills unless I am wearing armor that is suitable for that class. So, anything above studded leather armor, I can't use my thieving skills. But if I just take that off,
tell me,
I can unlock stuff and then put my armor back on. No big deal.
Give it to me straight.
Alright, let's go upstairs.
You want it? You got it.
And I could spend time looting all these rooms, but I'm honestly not going to bother, because it's really not worth the time and effort. The amount of treasure in here is not really worth it, unless it's something I specifically want to go out of my way to grab. People are really focused on this iron crisis. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also because, like, if you're a new player to this game in 98, like, you have no idea what you're supposed to be doing, and this game just kind of, like, it's like, opens up, and hey, look at you, you can go anywhere you want. So... they make sure that the locals talk about the things that you need to be doing a lot, just to be sure that you know. Hi. Oh, you're not the person I wanted to talk to. What is the meaning of this intrusion? I pay good money for my privacy. By what right do you disturb it? My sincerest apologies, sir. It was a simple mistake in room number. Be sure it's not repeated. Leave me. It really was. I wanted to talk to another noble that is in a room like this. Alright, come on, you guys. Figure out stairs.
Don't worry about me.
A pleasure it is to meet you.
Landrin. Hey, I've got a tiny bit of a spider infestation happening in my cellar in Baragost. I was on my way to the gate to get some poison, but this would be a lot easier on my legs, to be honest. You'll know the house when you see it. It's right to the west of the Jovial Juggler Inn. Bring back their bodies and prove you've done the job, and I'll give you 100 gold pieces. If you could, please bring my husband's old boots and my old bottle of wine back as well, and I'll throw in something extra.
A stout hammer will fix most any bandit.
You're not in my possession at the moment, so there's little reason for me to speak to you. Okay. Let's look at our journal. Landorin, a gnome in the Friendly Arm Inn, has apparently fled her home due to a recent spider infestation in her cellar. The house, she informs me, lies just west of the Jovial Juggler Inn in Baragost. Much as I would rather not have them in my pack, she insists on seeing the bodies of the spiders before I am to receive any payment. She hinted at an extra bit of reward if I bring her husband's old boots and her bottle of wine as well. We can do that. Jahir and Khalid. Jahir and Khalid would have me accompany them to Nashkel. Good job. Very, very good journaling. I have arrived safely at Friendly Arm Inn. Here I contacted Khalid and Jahira. Alright, good stuff, good stuff.
Give it to me straight.
The spider prejudice is strong.
Don't worry about me.
I mean, would you want to carry around a spider in your pack? The answer is no.
No time.
Especially a dead spider. Just bleh. About time you showed. Here, I need these tunics cleaned and to be pressed by this eve. And be extra careful with the golden pantaloons. It took 15 women and a small boy from Kalasham to weave 12 days and 4 nights to weave them. So careful on the seams. Well, get going. Yes, sir. Pantaloons pressed and ready by tonight or breakfast is free, sir. Service with a smile and a snap in your step. That's what I like to see. Now get going, damn you. I'll not have a coin for a tip if there's even one tear. So, this is actually super important, what I just did. I got myself a pair of golden pantaloons. Pantaloons of a quality heretofore unseen by the eyes of neither man nor beast. Dynamic styling and comfort that cradles, cuddles, and coddles. Seduce your thighs. Cajole your calves. Enjoy golden pantaloons today. Trousers you would be proud to take home to your mother if mother rode fast and fought hard. Golden pants! Golden pantaloons! So, these will be staying in our inventory for the entire game and won't become relevant until we get to, like, the 3rd game in the series. But they're very important, and that is why I got them now.
What do you need?
That is all I will say about the matter.
Got it. You want it? You got it.
Alright, we'll save.
Don't worry about me.
And I think we're gonna blow this popsicle stand. And by game 3, I mean the extension to game 2, because Baldur's Gate only has 2 games. There's Baldur's Gate, and then Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Amn. But for Shadows of Amn, there's an expansion to the game that is called Baldur's Gate Throne of Baal, and in that game, like, that game's basically like a 3rd game, but it's smaller. And yeah, we have to carry these pantaloons all the way to that expansion, Throne of Baal. So we will have quite the journey with these pantaloons.
Don't worry about me.
Yes?
Hey there, you're new here, aren't you? Could I trouble you a moment? Certainly, my lady. Speak your mind. Such manners. Well, I need a gruff hand for this task, so keep your please and thank you garbage for the nobles. I was robbed blind by some hobgoblins within sight of this very inn's walls, and I need you to return the favor. They took my ring, and that's all I want back. Will you do it? Pushes you in the ribs. Our finesse is unappreciated here, my good lady. I'll help you. I thank you. The creatures were just north of the inn. I swear I could almost see them from the upper rooms. Bring my ring back here when you get it. You'll know it when you see it. It's a flame dance ring, and very striking. All right.
Don't worry about me.
we can do a little bit of exploring. We'll just follow this road up and see where it takes us. Oh, also, I should rearrange my party so Imoen is not up front anymore. So by just dragging her down, she will now be in the back. And Khalid and Jahir are more so up front. I could even... There we go, switch up my formation. Where are you, hobgoblins? I'm a-coming for you, so here they are. You like games where the unknown is darkness until you walk into it? Yeah. Very Age of Empires. Yep. I think the blackness is usually referred to as fog of war in most of these games. Ooh, nice job, guys. Wow, good job. Man, having a party really does help. Take out guys so quick. Oh, good, a helmet. We can give that to Jahira. Put that on, baby.
Tell me. Give it to me. I've got this.
So none of those guys had a flame dance ring, so we must continue forward. Here we go. It's time we got 3 hobgoblins. You guys can do it. Oh, you can do it, Khalid. I know you're a coward, but it's okay. You got this.
What do you need?
And there we go. We got the flame dance ring back. It is this one right here. It even is marked with her name, so you don't just mistake it for ordinary loot. Pure Darkness was probably easier to program. Potentially. And I like to come up to the corners of maps. That way I have the next area open to me. So if I want to jump from like one to another, I can do that right away.
I've got this.
But that's all we needed to do here. So let's jump back over here to Joia and give her back her ring.
Don't worry about me.
Yes?
Hey, thank you. This ring was a gift when I set out on my own. Couldn't bear the thought of some smelly old hobgoblin having it. You're a good sort, and I'll say that to anyone that asks.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
Yay! So that music, followed by one of our companions saying something, means that we gained a point in reputation. Depending on whether you gain points in reputation or lose points in reputation, characters will have, your party members will have something to say about it. So good aligned party members, if your reputation increases, will say something nice. If your reputation decreases, they'll say something not so nice. If you have evil party members, they will be very happy when your reputation goes down, and they will be very distraught when your reputation goes up. And we get a nice bit of experience for that, 400. That's not bad this early in the game.
Me. Don't worry about me.
I can also, since Joia has left, completely squander the trust that she had in me and rob her blind. This seems like a good thing.
Want it? You got it.
All right.
You want it?
Also, wow, I didn't even notice this, but like, look at my character model next to all the other characters. I think Khalid, let me see. Yeah, Khalid is a half-elf, so is Jahira, and Imoen's a human. So Khalid and Jahira are super tiny. Imoen's a little bit bigger, and then I am huge. Like, look at me next to Khalid. Hello, tiny man. I could eat you for breakfast. And then I'm just a little bit bigger than Imoen.
Tell me.
Oh, I should put my armor back on. Whoops. There we go. Giant woman! Alright, I have been playing for like 2.5 hours, if not more, and I have not taken a break yet. So I think we should take a little break, and then I'm probably only going to be playing a little bit more after this. Maybe for another like half hour or so. But let's take a small break and we will be back. I will leave it on this screen and I will pause it because if I don't pause it, the characters will complain that we are not doing anything. But anyway, yes, see you guys in a little bit. Alright, y'all. I'm back. I'm ready to keep going.
Give it to me straight.
Oh, another fun thing before we continue on our merry way. If you click characters, they will say different things. So, let's chit-chat with Khalid.
Can I help you? You have need of me? Yes? Can I... You have...
He'll have a few that repeat.
If at first I don't succeed, the wife won't let me forget. That's all, folks. Cheer. Click on someone your own size. Can I help you?
I love these. Oh, Khalid. Bless you. You make 2 references. Alright, Jaheira, my baby, my love, my one true love.
Nature's servant awaits. Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure. You've a task. Nature's yes, oh you've a task. Nature's yes, you've a task.
Oh! She wanted to have a real conversation with me. Had Goin ever shown you much of the forest or taught you about nature? Feel free to ask me any questions you have about them, anytime you wish. Actually, when the party was going through the forest, I would rather you ask me for advice or let me lead. Is it true that one can have fun killing mosquitoes by tensing one's muscles as soon as they bite? I heard that they contracts the pores, thus trapping the mosquito, while at the same time squeezing a lot of blood into its body, making it explode. That is one of the silliest things I've ever heard, but I'll wager that it has become a popular myth in more than one realm, imaginary or not. I love messing with Jaheira. Oh, man.
What now? Need your pantaloons pressed? By your command. This would be a good place for a hench. If a tree falls in the forest, I'll kill the bastard what done it. Nature's servant awaits.
Bless. How could you not fall in love with her? Oh, she is my favorite. I would die for her. Alright, Imoen.
I care not. You're a queer fellow. What you want? Yep. I care not. You're what you want? Yep. Do you want to tell me a story about trollops and plugtails? Please. I know nothing more, so leave me to go. Good on you if you saved the day. Back home, Puff Guts would always tell me a story. You're a queer fellow.
Alright. Also, let's go ahead and ask about Khalid and Jaheira. When asked about his past, Khalid nervously reveals that he was born and raised in the nation of Kalasham. He does not say much of his parents, but you get the feeling that his merchant father thought very little of him, devoting much more attention to Khalid's half-brothers. Khalid thus threw himself into martial pursuits, studying under members of the city militia. He doesn't go into detail about how he met Jaheira, but his adoration for her is obvious. When asked about how he knew Goin, he will only say that they had long been friends and had shared many acquaintances, and that many shared acquaintances will mourn his loss with harp song. So that's neat. And then how about you, Jaheira? When asked about her past, Jaheira glares as she speaks. She says that she was born in the Tether region to a loyalist of King Alamander of the King Alamander regime. Unfortunately, during the Tetherinian Civil War, oh my god, these pronouns, her family was among the nobles targeted by the angry mobs of peasants, and she was only spared because a servant girl took her from their city before it fell. They fled into the forest of Tether and stumbled across an enclave of druids willing to take the child. Jaheira grew up a very headstrong girl, believing that the only way to protect nature was to have an active role in the world. She seems to have very little in common with Khalid, but even though her manner is often confrontational, she apparently cares deeply for him. Her admiration of Goin is obvious, and she plainly states that whomever was responsible for his death will suffer an equal fate.
What do you need?
I love them.
You want it? You
I will protect them. Alright.
I've got this.
Let's continue on our journey. Got this whole map here we've barely even touched, but we're going to take a few moments to explore some of the interesting parts of it. For example, I know there's a big nasty if we go over here. And I could have done this with Imoen and Tennelle, but I would rather have a bit more of a party to work with. So, Khalid, actually, I think I'm going to switch you to Bo. And I'm just going to have my character run in. And we're going to do the old tried and true Kurt the Enemy tactics. Because this is an ogre.
Don't worry about me.
And ogres are big and strong. So if I keep him focused on me and chasing after me, my other team members will swing at him and get him down. Alright. He's near death. Tennelle, go ahead and go in for a hit. Yeah! We did it!
Give it to me straight.
If you have trouble encountering some tough enemies, learning how to kite them is not a bad plan. He has 2 magical belts on him, and a morning star. He also had some gold. Already have quite a bit of stuff. Hey, Jaheira, how about you hold on to some magical things for us? That would be quite handy. Also, Khalid, hold on to that, and you hold on to that. Alright.
What do you need? I've got this.
It did work well. It worked very well. No one got hurt. We are all good.
You want it? You've got it.
To the east of us is the Larswood, but... Ooh, I am not interested in going down there. Hello, Zvarts. You guys aren't much better than diseased gibberlings, so I think we'll be fine. Jaheira joined me in upfront combat. Her Thaco is 19, 20. Ugh. His is 18 or 19, yeah. We're gonna keep Khalid with the bow.
You got it.
Ooh. This isn't good. Caravan bandit leader. Boy, are you in the wrong thing in the wrong place? Are you the wrong thing in the wrong place at the wrong time? There's no surrender for Karen like these. Have to kill you now. Nothing personal, you understand? Alright, we run across our first group of bandits who have been raiding the caravans and killing people and taking all their stuff. These guys, for some reason, are not attacking me. Oh boy. Ow.
Give it to me straight.
Drink.
You've attacked?
Yeah, none of these guys are attacking me. Well, gotta fix that.
What do you need?
For the fallen!
That makes things easier on me. Also, I just thought of this, but Khalid and Jaheira most likely have their scripts on, and I don't want that. It's not that their AI is bad, by the way. Their AI is actually pretty decent, and if you're playing the game casually, Like, it's probably for the best to keep it on most of the time. It is annoying if they use spells without your permission, so I would suggest turning that off. Unless you don't know what the spells are and don't care to learn about them, which, oh man, will you be in for a bad time if you don't learn how spells work. But, like, I recommend, like, if you're trying to micromanage your team and you want to make sure they do everything that you want them to do, turning off their AI is for the better, which is definitely what I am more so aiming to do. Alright, we picked up a lot of useless stuff. We also picked up bandit scalps. Yay! This is the scalp of a bandit, perhaps worth money to the right person. Yeah, we'll be collecting these for a little while. I'm sorry if that grosses you out. And we also got Eddard Silversheed Fibula. We picked up a brooch from a bandit we killed near Baragos. It is a beautiful enameled fibula with a sigil of one of the dukes of Baldur's Gate, Entar's silver shield. The same symbol is also embroidered on the breast of a dead youth's coat. Unfortunately, you came upon the bandits too late to save the boy from the bandits. He is too young to be a duke, but you have heard that Entar Silvershield had a son about your age called Eddard Silvershield. Perhaps you should return this pin to the Silvershields. So we will try to hold on to that and remember to do that at some point. Just bandit scalps. Not other people's, thankfully. Just bandits. There will be a reason for it. We have another caravan here. These bandits do a really poor job and don't get everything, so we found 7 gold. And we found our way back over here by the road. If you'll see here in the map, it would have swung down over here. Actually, if I remember correctly again. Is that it? Tab? Oh, nope, that's not it. How do I get out of this? There we go. Not that. Is it this? I don't know, but if I figure out how to do it, I could do something that would clear up this whole map so that you guys could see it. I've basically explored the important areas, so getting this ring over here is pretty important. Taking out this ogre, dealing with this raided caravan and this one. Everything else kind of here is like, you can explore it, but there's not a whole lot.
Tell me, I've got this.
Hey,
And out. Must dash to Baragos, I must. Governor Keldath must be told of the extra troops being sent his way. Baragos is to be garrisoned in case of Omnian attack, though Om has denied such intent. Of course they would deny it. The snakes make way for the messenger.
Give it to me straight.
That doesn't sound good. Let's move on to Baragos, because, if you all remember correctly, we want to make our way down here to Nashkel to speak with the mayor. So, first, Baragos.
What do you need?
Well, here we are. Baragos, what you think? Looks great to me. What do you think we should do first? Let's find a nice place and get some rooms. I haven't had a hot bath in ages. St. Velpost is a good inn. We should try there. After that, I'm gonna go shopping. We need some supplies. Let's see. I need a new frying pan, since you ruined the one we have. I ruined? As I recall, you were the one who left it on the fire all night. Details, details. It was your idea to have me cook. What else? Some new blankets, soap, lantern oil, spare tent pegs. I think I kind of misplaced your hunting knife, so we'll have to get a new one of those. I'll need some new clothes too. My pink tunic got ripped in the last fight. Imoen, all your tunics are pink. The cloaks, the boots, the gloves. But that was my favorite, so I'll need a new one. There's lots we need. Hope we have enough money. Well, come on, Slowpoke. I want to have a look around. And before we can go any further, we meet Golan Vend. New directions? You seem to be a friendly sort, so I thought I'd offer my services as a guide. What do you need from the town of Baragost? He can tell me where things are. So I think since I was just talking to Imoen about an inn, let's ask about an inn. The finest inn would have to be Feldpost, though it's also quite friendly. Lots of local color. Feldpost Inn is in the lower west side of the town. Thanks for your help. No problem, friend. Enjoy your stay. That's nice.
You want it? You've got it.
Yeah, I played this game when, like, it first came out, and then so I was, like, 6 years old when this game came out, and, like, I, did not have the reading comprehension to play this game. It scared the bejeebies out of me, most times than not, but I was still, like, deeply, deeply infatuated with it. So I played this game so much as a kid, even though I had no idea what I was doing. Also, since Khalid is an archer, I should have him be a little bit more back, and Jahira can be next to me.
Cities are blight on the landscape. Better to have let the land grow wild.
Oh, you say it, Jahira. So we are here at night. It would be a good idea for us to get to an inn and take a little nap. Here we are, Feldpost Inn.
Here now, get out. I don't like your type in here.
You tell him, Marl.
Sir? We are going to save, because I'm going to try and handle this a certain way.
Don't worry about me.
You talking to me?
Hey, I told you to get lost. Ain't no room here for you troublemaking strangers. No need to get bent out of shape. There's plenty of bar for all of us. Hey, I take whatever shape I want. I'm sick of you freakish adventurers going out, consorting with God knows what, and dragging your trouble back to my hometown. What do you say to that? I say, I just do what I think is right. We solved a lot more problems than we caused. Well, nearly anyway. Oh, you think that's funny, do you? You mess up the local economy with your treasure, you upset the balance of nature, you flash your magic around, and because of it, maybe somebody's son thinks it's fun to go and get himself killed. It's a bad example, and somebody ought to kick your ass for it. I'm not gonna say this, but I like this response. Don't get mad at me if somebody's son couldn't handle being out from mom's skirt. Should have taught him how to fight instead of dirt farming. But no, instead I'm gonna say, hold on. Everyone goes their own path. I'll not be held accountable for what the fates deal. He was a good boy until your kind came through town, filled his head with nonsense, they did. And because of it, he's dead. Now why shouldn't I take that out of your hide? If you knew him like you think, then ask yourself if he wouldn't have gone anyway. It's a calling you're born with. Nobody gives it to you. 'Tain't true. He was gonna take over the farm and settle down. Maybe apprentice with Thunderhammer during the winter. He never wanted to adventure. That was what you wanted, Marl. Fun's fun, but you're blaming these folks for what couldn't be helped. That boy was a firebrand if there ever was. No! He was settling down. He wanted... That new plow you bought last year? He got the gold by helping clear kobolds near Old Goth's Beard. He wanted to make a difference. Make the realms a bit safer. Just like these folks, most likely. Why, Shantae, why couldn't he just stay home? The realms call, and you go. He sounds like a fine lad taken too soon, but doing what he was meant. If you'll suffer my company, I'll buy a round and toast his memory with you. 'Twould be fitting, I suppose. To Kenarn Nathlin, rest ye well. I would be alone a while. Well, 'tis the calmest I've done seen him in a week. Still, you best move along. Marl ain't known for his steady moods. And with that, we get 900 experience. Woo, boy! That is a good conversation to have. If you're looking to gain some levels early on, this is a nice way to gain some experience early. And the choices that I chose are actually the only peaceful result you can come to in this conversation. If you would pick any other response, Marl would attack you. Or otherwise, you would have to leave the inn and never come back. Because yeah, he'll attack you until you fight him and kill him, and that's worth only like 200 experience or something like that. It's not worth it. Like, he's just a dad grieving his son. Oh wow, speaking of level up, this little symbol and that little sound right there means that, oh man, we've got quite a bit to go. But Jaheira is ready to level up in both, wow, in both? Yeah. As both a fighter and as a druid. So, let's do that. Attacker reduced by 1. Additional pre-spells, level 1 spells, she got 1. And she got 12 more hit points. Her lore also increased by 1. Very nice. Oh, man. Jaheira is already our best. She has 24 HP, and I have 9. Khalid, what HP do you have? 13 and 8. Woo! Go Jaheira! Alright, let's get that extra spell on you. 3 hit heals is pretty good. Do I do another one? Or do I do a bless? Let's do a bless.
Tell me.
Alright.
I've got this.
Hey, innkeep!
I got some cheap beer for you.
Keep a low profile, if you please. Tempers are short for strangers right now. So, what do you want? What do you have to offer? We will for sure be getting a room. But let's get rid of some of this junk we've acquired since we've left Friendly Arm. We still need to identify this stuff. I could sell these bandit scalps, but I'm actually going to be holding on to them to get a better price. Oh geez, yeah, Imoen. No, keep these for now. This Feldpost Inn actually sells some magical items. So, if you are doing well in the money department, because as you can see these cost a lot of money, you can get some pretty cool items right here. You can get the Protector +1, which offers a bonus in armor class, and a bonus in saving throws. Get some special arrows. That's just a normal flail. Battle Axe +1. Composite longbow +1, bracers of defense AC 8, bullet +1, chainmail +1. Yeah. Not bad. And then he has all these gems I just sold him. None of that is stuff we want to buy right now, though. So, let's sleep. And with that, it should now be morning. Ah! Beautiful.
Don't worry about me.
And I think I'm going to do just a couple more quests here. We will probably not be leaving Baragost today. We will probably pick back up here in Baragost, but I'm going to do a few more quests before we end the stream tonight.
It's hard to find decent folk nowadays.
And look, it's our friend Firebeat Elvenhair, the guy who gave us, who we gave identify scrolls back to in Candlekeep. Ah, your old Gorion's ward, the lonely kid of Candlekeep, of course. I heard about the loss of Gorion, and I must give you my deepest condolences. I hope since you've left Candlekeep, you've kept up on your reading. Oh, the world of books. I have heard that a new copy of that wondrous tome, The History of the Faithful Coin, can be had for a pretty penny in one of the stores around here. If you would be so kind as to buy it for an old man like myself, I'll gladly reimburse you. I'll even give you a little bonus to help you in your travels. It must be so hard with Gorion gone. Heya, Mr. E, remember me? I'm the second kid of Candlekeep. We're gonna go get you that book, no problem. Imoen, glad to see you, lass. Forgive me for not recognizing you immediately, but you have changed. Sure thing, sir. No more aprons and bonnets for Imoen the Magnificent. Well, unless someone offers me a dragon treasure hoard to wear one. We're gonna go get you your book, no problem, Mr. E. Good to see a familiar face, eh, Tennelle? Yeah.
Give it to me straight. You want it? You got it.
So we're gonna go get him that book. We could buy it from a store, but since we are a thief, we're actually gonna go to this house just south of his.
Don't worry about me.
And this family actually has a copy of the book right here in their bookcase. How convenient.
Tell me.
And we'll go back to Firebeard's house and give it to him. Stop moving, dude.
Don't worry about me. Find decent folk nowadays.
Ah, you are generous to an old man, so I will be generous in return. Let me give you another book in exchange. It is a touch darker than what you've given me, but I get a sense that you may enjoy it nonetheless. An odd choice of a reward, but as well as odd choice of words. Both set me ill at ease, to be truthful. Much of history is unsettling, but I hope you enjoyed the book nonetheless.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
Yeah, and we got another increase to our reputation. Well, let's leave Firebeard alone. So he gave us the History of the Dead 3, and he also gave us a scroll case. Things like this, the scroll case, can be used as an extra inventory slot. We'll be handing this over to Imoen, and the scroll case, unsurprisingly, can hold scrolls. So we can put all of these in here, and now they take up just one inventory space rather than 4. Which is very handy. You can go in here anytime to see what we have, and pull them out anytime we want as well. But let's actually, I know I said I wasn't going to be reading a lot of books, and I'm not. This is like the one exception. So, we've got a book to read. Firebeard wouldn't give us a book unless it was important. History of the Dead 3. Knucklebones, Skull Bowling, and the Empty Throne. In ages past, there was but one god of strife, death, and the dead, and he was known as Jurgle, the Lord of the end of everything. Jurgle fomented and fed on the discord among mortals and powers alike. When beings slew each other in their quest for power, or in their hatred, he welcomed them into his shadowy kingdom of eternal gloom. As all things died, everything came to him eventually, and over time he built his power into a kingdom unchallenged by any other god. Eventually, however, he grew tired of his duties, and he knew them too well. Without challenge, there is nothing, and in nothingness, there is only gloom. In such a state, the difference between absolute power and absolute powerlessness is undetectable. During this dark era, there arose 3 powerful mortals, Bane, Ball, and Merkel, who lusted after the power Jurgle wielded. The trio forged an unholy pact, agreeing that they would dare to seek such ultimate power or die in the attempt. Over the length and breadth of the realms they strode, seeking powerful magic and spells and defying death at every turn. No matter what monster they confronted or what spells they braved, the 3 mortals emerged unscathed at every turn. Eventually, the trio destroyed one of the 7 lost gods, and they each seized a portion of his divine essence for themselves. The trio then journeyed into the Grey Waste and sought out the Castle of Bone. Through armies of skeletons, legions of zombies, hordes or non-corporeal undead, a gauntlet of liches they battled. Eventually, they reached the object of their lifelong quest, the Bone Throne. "I claim this throne of evil," shouted Bane the tyrant. "I'll destroy you before you can raise a finger," threatened Ball the assassin. "And I shall imprison your essence for eternity," promised Merkel the necromancer. Jurgle arose from his throne with a weary expression and said, "The throne is yours. I've grown weary of this empty power. Take it if you wish. I promise to serve and guide you as your I don't know what that word is, until you grow comfortable with the position. Before the stunned trio could react, the Lord of the Dead continued, Who among you shall rule? The trio immediately fell into fighting amongst themselves, while Jurgle looked on with indifference. When eventually it appeared that either they would all die of exhaustion or battle on for an eternity, the Lord of the End of Everything intervened. After all you have sacrificed, you would come away with nothing? Why don't you divide the portfolios of the office and engage in a game of skill for them? Asked Jurgle. Bane, Ball, and Merkel considered the god's offer and agreed. Jurgle took the hands of his 3 most powerful liches and gave them to the trio, that they would compete by bowling the skulls. Each mortal rolled a skull across the grey waste, having agreed that the winner would be he who bowled the farthest. Malar the Beast Lord arrived to visit Jurgle at this moment. After quickly ascertaining that the winner of the contest would get all Jurgle's powers, he chased after all 3 skulls to make sure that the contest would be halted until he had a chance to participate for part of the prize. Bane, Ball, and Merkel again fell to fighting, as it was obvious their sport was ruined, and again Jurgle intervened. Why don't you allow Lady Luck to decide, so you don't have to share with the beast? The trio agreed, and Jurgle broke off his skeletal finger bones and gave them to the players. When Malar returned from chasing the skulls, he found that the trio had finished a game of knucklebones. Bane cried out triumphantly, As winner, I choose to rule for all eternity as the ultimate tyrant. I can induce hatred and strife at my whim, and all will bow down before me while in my kingdom. Merkel, who had won 2nd place, declared, But I choose the dead, and by doing so I truly win, because all you are lord over, Bane, will eventually be mine. All things must die, even gods. Ball, who finished 3rd, demurred, I choose death, and it is by my hand that your rule, Lord Bane, will eventually pass to Lord Merkel. Both of you must pay honor to me and obey my wishes, since I can destroy your kingdom, Bane, by murdering your subjects, and I can starve your kingdom, Merkel, by staying my hand. Malar growled in frustration but could do nothing, and yet again only the beasts were left for him. And Jurgle merely smiled, for he had been delivered. Alright, yeah, that's a bit of important lore for the story and for the Forgotten Realms. Very
Don't worry about me.
interesting. And with that, we are going to have a little chat with Garrick here.
Hello there. I have a pretty proposal for you.
Hail, adventurers! I have a proposal for you. I have heard that you're an excellent group of warriors. How would you like a well-paying job as bodyguards for my mistress? Well, Garrick, we're always on the lookout for money. Tell us more. I'm Garrick, and I work for Silky Rosanna. She is the most skilled musician and actor among the Sword Coast. In fact, she's to play at the Ducal Palace before the month's done. However, she's been having some problems of late. Some thugs have been hired by Feldpost to hurt her bad, because she didn't perform at his inn when she was supposed to. You can't blame her for not showing up. What with a villain like Feldpost running the place? She needs mercenaries to protect her until she's ready to go to Baldur's Gate. She's willing to pay about 300 gold. What do you say? That sounds fair. Why don't you show us to this mistress of yours? I think you've made a good decision. Now, just meet me outside the Red Sheaf Inn. He is going to take us over there.
do you need? You want it? You got it.
Nature's servant for the group.
Gonna get just a little setup. Actually, you know what?
None of
Tell me. Give it to me straight.
She says she needs protecting, so protect her we shall.
What do you need?
Alright, save and let's talk to her.
Mercenaries, I am Silky, Thespian extraordinaire.
So, Garrick, these are the only mercenaries you could find? I guess they'll have to do. You look to be worth about 300 gold. That's what my little Garrick offered you, isn't it? Garrick is not little. Good thing you're an actress and not a painter. Would have been a problem being blind, huh? Guess if you don't... Jeez, Imoen. Guess if you don't see yourself for how tall he is, you sure are blind. Offer them 300 gold, just like you told me. Well then, I assume that Garrick has explained to you what your duties are. You must simply dispose of the ruffians when they come to threaten me. They shouldn't be too hard to deal with, but I would advise you strike fast. Whatever you do, don't speak with them. One of them is a mage whose mystic words can sway even the most wise of men. There they are now! Feldpost thugs! Strike when I tell you to! Greetings, Silky. We're here as you've asked. We have the... Don't try to threaten me! I won't be easy prey for you to beat on. I've brought friends. What are you talking about? We're here with the gems that... Shut up! There'll be no weaseling out of this one. Strike now! Kill them all! So, if it's not obvious, Silky's not a great person. Stop this madness. We won't murder those who are obviously innocent men. Our deal is off. In any case, you're probably too cowardly to be any good in a fight. I'll deal with them myself after I deal with you. Alright, and we've got another mage on our hands. So, Imoen, use your magic missile wand. Jahir, hit her with a club.
Tell me.
Me. Let's try and use this command sleep. This might be bad. And Khalid, shoot her up with arrows. Alright, so far so good. Imoen, go for it again. Before she casts another spell. Yes, good, good, good.
Give it to me straight.
Alright, my command sleep did not work, but ho ho, we did kill Silky first try. She can be quite a handful and a pain because she can cast lightning bolt, and that darn thing will shoot around and kill everyone, and it'll bounce off of walls, and it will just kill everything on sight, and everything would be horrible. Luckily, Imoen was able to use the magic missile and stop her from casting that.
Don't worry about me.
So, she had a potion of invulnerability, a magical quarterstaff, and 400 gold on her. Well, let's talk to these guys.
Hello there.
Thanks for stopping that evil... We thank you for stopping the evil witch before she killed us. Here, take this as a token of our appreciation. No problem, dudes. They leave, and now we can talk to Garrick.
Yes, sir.
Silky's dead! Ugh, guess she had it coming. Can't be evil like her and expect to get away with it. Well, I'm out of a job now. Would it be too much to ask if I could join up with you? Of course! I mean... Tennelle, he can join us, right? He is cute, and he's a real bard. Someone's got to write ballads about my beauty and bravery, you know? You truly think that I am, cute? Alright, I'm putting a stop to this right now. We don't need anyone else. Bye, Garrick! Sorry, Imoen. He was no good.
I've got this.
It is always worth your time to try and check unidentified items, because if your lore is high enough, let's see, mine's a 10 to 4 Imoen? Here's also a 10. There is a chance that you could have enough lore to identify the objects yourself without
What do you need?
having an identify spell or anything.
Tell me. Give it to me straight.
Alright.
I've got this.
Now, I might regret this, but I think we're going to try and go inside the Red Sheath Inn, and you'll see why here in just a second.
You're at the end of your rope, I'll wager.
Yes?
What do you need?
Alright, you're at the end of your rope, I'll wager. Not that it's anything personal, you understand, but I'm afraid your time here on this old ball of mud is just about done. Alright, you know what? I'm tired of these assassins. I hope you've the will to back up those words. Aye, that I do. The will and the way. Shall we get to business then? Alright. Let's die.
What you want?
This guy is pretty tough, so
My blade will cut you down to
hopefully we can get him. He hits like a truck, and he's hard to hit on top of that. Holy cow! I have 9. Run away, me. No, 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 no. Alright, switch to missiles. Yes! Jahira's got more hit points. Go after her! Jeez! Khalid, give your wife your potion. Jahira, drink it.
Give it to me straight.
Okay. Ow! He's badly injured.
What do you need?
I don't think I can backstab with a warhammer. Huh. Yeah, yeah. Oh dear. Jahira, don't die. You got this, baby! Hit him! Oh, oh, oh! He has a morale failure. No, don't hurt Imoen! Usually when they have a morale failure, they'll just run away in fear. That's what this yellow circle means. But sometimes they will also still hit you. So you've got to be careful. Don't! No, no, no. Switch. Don't come after me.
I've got this.
Go, Jahira! I believe in you! Yes! Oh my gosh, this guy is not worth it. He's one of these assassins that you're supposed to fight early on, but look what he did to my party! That's nuts!
Yes, oh omnipresent authority. You've
Oh, Jahira, I ought to set up your shortcuts. There we go. Alright. Heal. Heal. And oh jeez, heal Khalid. And Imoen has 3 potions. Okay, I don't feel bad about wasting it then. All right,
I've got this.
Good stuff. Good job, you guys. Oh, let's pick up his stuff too. Actually, I don't want to pick that armor up. That is not worth my time. It's really heavy, so it's just a burden to carry around. So, alright. So, second verse, same as the first. We've got a few differences here, though. Last seen in the area of Candlekeep, this person is to be killed in quick order. This offer has been extended to all appropriate guilds. Those returning with proof of the deed shall receive no less than 350 gold coins. So, we are now worth a little bit more money to whoever is trying to kill us. No.
What do you need? Tell me.
Because last time it was just 200 gold pieces. But let's talk to Purdue over here. Hello. You wouldn't have happened to see a big loutish guy with a dog's head on him around here, have you? Can't say I have. Yeah. Uh-oh. Can I talk to him again? Did I mess that up? Why do you insist on bothering me? Oh, shoot. I messed that up. Okay, but alright. It's alright. It's after I killed him. Let's pick that up. Alright, we're good.
You've got it. Give it to me. I've got this.
Purdue is very picky about what you say to him. A dog's head? You heard me. A dog's head. And breath that could peel paint, too. Oh, a knoll. Yeah, a knoll. And there's one old up in the hills. Due west of you. Close to High Edge. Damn thieving baller first stole my sword 2 days back. I never liked him myself. How much would a blade be worth to a runty guy like you? Yeah. Lay off the short jokes. The short guy jokes. They're older than your grandmother's uncle. The damn blade ain't worth nothing. It's a pride thing. I'll give you 50 gold pieces if you wipe his arse with it. Why do these people want to kill you? Well, we'll have to wait and find out. It's not revealed yet. You got yourself a deal. Yeah. Alright, that's the main thing I wanted to cover. Oh, hi. I care little for the little braggart's missing sword, but it will serve balance to exact justice on those evil creatures. Well said, Jaheira. That was my thoughts exactly.
Don't worry about me.
Alright. And with that done, I think we are going to save our game officially. And we are going to call it a night. That is going to be it. I've had a lot of fun doing this today, and I am very excited to continue. We have a lot to explore, a lot to uncover, a lot of adventuring to do, and we've only just begun. But the game kind of opens up from here. We've got a lot of choices about where we could go from this point. We could continue going down to Nashkel, or we could explore, you know, some of this area and maybe do some side quests for some people. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh, that's my spell wearing off. Alright, yeah. Thanks, chat. I hope you guys are all enjoying this, because, like I said before, I love this game. There's a lot of fun stuff to do. But I will talk to you all later. Good night, everyone!